Oh, hey, my stream deck works again. Nice. Kanye West, White Lives Matter shirt at Yeezy Fashion Show. So this is TMZ. Turns out Ye was joined by controversial. Okay, so can I just get the story and not the update? Kanye West is stirring the pot again, this time wearing White Lives Matter shirt at his Yeezy fashion show. The Yeezy head honcho was on hand Monday in Paris for a showcasing of his Season 9 collection, and during the show, he was seen rocking a black tee with a very clear White Lives Matter message on the back. The lettering is bold and in white without context. All right, you better calm down, Naders. You better calm down. Who is Kanye West? He is never talked about here. No, he's not. The front of the shirt images of Pope features images of Pope John Paul II and the message "We shall follow your example," which is a weird shirt. Juan Pablo II. My bad, bro. I got into the sativa. All good. Madonna, listen, Madonna's all good. You know, if you don't know who Madonna is, that's all right. We still love you. I didn't see the front of his shirt. That's really weird. Kanye described the new collection as something that you can pull on and pull over, dubbing in the future of clothing. He also ranted a bit, musing about how Elvis would fare in 2022 if he was alive, and saying, "You cannot manage me," for good measure. There he is with Trump. Before the show came to the end, a new song with Kanye and James Blake played through the speakers, and everyone cheered. Remember... Like a virgin, smoked for the very first time. Like a virgin, when my heart beats next to mine. Okay, so it's okay. Let's just watch a little bit of this vid.
On season 4, my show started late, and that's what the press was about.
I'm gonna come
Now the show is starting late. Now I've been in fashion for a while, and I've seen a lot of shows.
Hold on. First of all, can we just point out that he's wearing fucking diamond-studded flip-flops with socks? Can we just talk about that for a second? And how fucking gross these are? This whole situation down here, how gross that is. Can we get a picture of that? Listen, I'm not above wearing flip-flops with socks, but that's just around the house, okay? I don't go to a fashion show in Paris with diamond-studded flip-flops. That's just, I hate these. I fucking hate these. I'm sorry. I hate these. I hate this. It's terrible. Not that I'm some kind of fashion guru or anything, but still, I know that I don't like these. These are not great. Not my favorite Kanye. Okay, back to the thing here. Those look like flip-flop socks. That might make it okay. Is that real? Is there flip-flop socks out there? No. Flip-flop socks? Oh my God. Those sons of bitches. God damn it. Okay, and they're $22 for 3 pairs? Get the fuck out of town here. Get the fuck out of here. Oh yeah, there's this girl that's Madonna's makeout friend. This is that thing. Okay, back over here. Watch a little bit of this.
But after my season 4 show started late, the press completely killed us. We did change the look of fashion over the past 10 years. We are the streets. We are the culture. And we will not be bullied or treat it differently than you treat any other fashion show that might start a little bit later just to present the best idea to you. But these pictures will last forever. This is something that you will not be able to un-Google.
I don't know why he's complaining about season 4 problems. Like, that's the thing about Kanye West, is that his mind is just it's just like a flow of consciousness, and like you can kind of get an idea of what he's saying, but he just goes and he's just talking, and it's just sometimes it's just like, why are you complaining about season 4, bro? This is season 9. How to decide a friend. Do they own flip-flops? Do you own flip-flop socks? Yes. Don't ever talk to me again. I think all he does is for money, and we should also keep in mind that he's not exactly mentally stable, which doesn't excuse his behavior, because that is just harmful. You're right. Imagine me with fuck you money. Well, that's the thing too, right? That we have to take into account. And I was kind of talking to Raina about this earlier, but you got to imagine that these people, that he probably surrounds himself by people who encourage his behavior. He probably surrounds himself by people who, you know, he makes so many people so much money that they sort of allow this bad behavior to go on and continue. And I'm not saying this is bad behavior or whatever. You know, like the White Lives Matter thing, you know, we'll get there, but it's, I don't know, man. I feel like he's so rich. He has so much power. It's like the Mad King, right? The Mad King, the king that goes crazy with power. He's just out there killing wives once he's done with them, and you know, raising taxes because he's bad with money. You know, like just doing all these crazy things, right? That just because he can. He murders the help. He bangs the servant girls, you know, like it's just unmitigated, just madness, and all the money you can imagine backing it. And so this behavior is just accentuated, and it's accepted. And here's the thing, he's hit sort of I don't know if he's hit a spot. I don't know if he's hit a point in his career. Like, I feel like Kanye is going to have like that Teflon Don type of existence. Like you know, like everything he says, everything just bounces off him. I think that Kanye is going to come out of this, on the other side of this, just fine. And he's going to sell a bunch of t-shirts. He's going to sell a bunch of Yeezys. And I think it's going to be just fine afterwards. It's just, this is what he does. This is what Kanye West does. This is how he gets attention. This is how he gets people to buy his shit. Now, it's very interesting that he's decided to go against sort of the mainstream narrative. I guess if you want to call it the mainstream narrative, you know, he's coming out against abortion. You know, he's coming out, he's hanging out with Candace Owens, and, you know, he's kind of taking this sort of this right leaning, and that goes against a narrative, this mainstream narrative, right? Especially here in America, and especially for artists, and especially for black artists, that they're supposed to sort of fit in this one. You have to speak like this, and you have to think like this, and you have to do it like that, or else you are no longer accepted in this club. And I think that Kanye is one of those people who are like, fuck you and your little club. I'm going to say and do whatever I want. But will he be able to bounce back? I think he will. I think it's going to be like Donald Trump. Remember when he said that he could go out into Times Square and shoot somebody in the face and people would still love him? I thought for sure that was the thing that was going to sink him. Like, you can't say that. All these different things that I thought was going to sink Donald Trump only made him stronger. And every time someone tries to cancel somebody, they come out, if they could survive it, they come out on the other end stronger. It was when they were trying to cancel Joe Rogan. He gained 2 million more listeners. Not only did they make him more popular, but they gave him more ears. So yeah, I do agree, Morby. It is just for money, and he is mentally unstable, but he's encouraged by people who he's making money for. If he wasn't making people money, this dude wouldn't even be in this position, right? If he was just some black dude who was making t-shirts that say white lives matter, selling them on Facebook Marketplace or something, and he's a rapper, like no one would give a fuck, and everybody would hate that person, and his life would be over in that capacity of selling these t-shirts and as a rapper, probably, imagine for as long as people like you give him a voice, we will be fine. Shut up, Robbie. This is the news, okay? I didn't say I agreed with the crazy son of a bitch. I just love him. But oh no, it's Kanye. So yeah, I don't know, man. His behavior is definitely just one of those things that it's not healthy. Like I feel like he should just disappear out of the public for a while and really get help. I feel like that's what he should probably do. All Kanye news is all the time. That's right, baby. We're here for him. You've seen his chats. Oh, we're getting there, Morby. We're getting there. It goes beyond those chats with P. Diddy, too. It goes way beyond that. It goes to some tweets. We'll get there, trust me. No worries. In 3 years' time, you are cooking for. Let's go. I know. I'm gonna move this a little quicker because we gotta watch his response to this, and he just goes off, y'all. Kanye was just going off. I want to know if he is the cameraman when his wife was. How dare you, Naders? But probably yes. Is Kanye a cuck? Probably. Now, well, I mean, he did move in right next door to her. So maybe what if he did get like some military grade binoculars that can see through walls, and he was watching Pete Davidson just smash that big old beautiful fake ass. He just saw fucking Pete Davidson's monster fucking hog just slamming her ass through the walls. And that's the only way he can come now. All right, let's continue watching this.
I am Ye.
Yes.
And everyone here knows that I am the leader. When we went to Gap, the colorways wouldn't come back. A pant would be missing. A store in Atlanta wouldn't open. And it felt like we were just there to be slowed down. But there's no slowing us down now. We have nothing to lose and only everything to gain.
I am goat.
Family fun.
You are more goat than fish, moving Dutchman. John Paul II. Juan Pablo. Okay. So, Kanye obviously gets a lot of blowback. He's getting a lot of... also, Candace Owens was there. So, that was also a thing that people did not like about the whole situation. So here's a response that he put on his TikTok shortly after the whole debacle thing. Wait. Before that, you know what? Why don't we just go to my... So before that, he goes... Okay, so there's a bunch of people get mad, right? Boozy...
No.
Boozy says this, damn, Kanye West, you just going to keep using your platform to shit on your own race like this? This is sad. And the black people who still support you even sadder. Last time speaking on this, Kanye West doesn't like black people. Do us a favor and bleach your skin all white. I thought that was really funny. I thought that was really funny. They did a Photoshop of Kanye West white, and there's Boozy. He's just sort of... I like that face. And by the way, guys, this meme right here, it got over 100,000 plays so far. So hey, look at me go, guys. So a bunch of people responded. P. Diddy was responding. P. Diddy went on the Breakfast Club and just said, I've always respected Kanye and his freedom of thought and expression, but he's just not with this, right? Yes, Papa Rob, I'll be nice. Sadly, I gotta run and switch to mobile. I will rock you in the car or the way. The chiropractor. Try not to be too crazy, chat. Haha, I feel like that's true. Naders, you've never done anything to get anything put on you like that. Like you've always been nice. Okay. So people are mad, right? People are just angry at him. And then he puts out some shit like this. We'll just watch this video because I've been covering this since it started.
Response to the White Lives Matter debacle. Ye responds to White Lives Matter heat by saying Black Lives Matter was a scam. Let's play nice in the comments and let's get into this. Ye took to IG to respond to all the blowback he's been getting over a shirt that he and his Yeezy models were rocking at his fashion show on Monday. As you can see, it says White Lives Matter. And in Ye fashion, he responds by saying, everyone knows that Black Lives Matter was a scam. Now it's over. You're welcome. What Ye is referring to is that a handful of BLM executives have been caught siphoning money off of donations. Obviously, a lot of people have been mad about Candace Owens being there, considering the fact that Candace Owens is working on a BLM documentary exposing some of these malfeasance within the organization. But wait, there's more. Ye also went after one.
Okay, so he goes after BLM now because obviously White Lives Matter harkens to All Lives Matter, and it's a play on Black Lives Matter. And, we've had this discussion for the last few years now. It's like, yes, of course, white lives matter. All lives do matter. But that's missing the point. We're talking about Black lives at this moment because, of the problems that Black folks have been facing for a long time in this country. And so I can see why people are mad. I can see why. And I'm not mad, you know what I mean? But I'm also not affected in this way. Like, I don't know what it's like to be a Black person, you know what I mean? So, like, I kind of understand, I understand that I'm not going to fully understand what's going on and how to feel about this. So it's going to be beyond me at some point. But it is true that Black Lives Matter had some people who were using the money for personal gain. And there's a lot of people who are very upset with BLM because they did nothing with the money that made a difference in the lives of Black people. And now there's different factions of Black Lives Matter. There's different functions of the organization. There's different chapters of the organization, and each chapter does different things. And there's good out there. But unfortunately, there was a few people who, at the very top, were stealing millions of dollars, millions of dollars. So, he wasn't wrong. Was he right or wrong about White Lives Matter? I don't know. It seems like people don't like that. Personally, again, I'm not offended by this. I'm just like, this is what Kanye does. This is what the motherfucker does. This is how he does his job. And you know what? He's succeeding because he has our attention. I'm talking about it. TikTok's talking about him. Twitter's still talking about. He's still trending on Twitter. So yeah, he knows what he's doing. He does this all the time. He's a fucking master manipulator of the media, like Donald Trump. And you can see why he liked Donald Trump so much. I can see why he liked him because Donald Trump was out there just saying whatever the fuck he wanted. He didn't care about repercussions. He didn't care what people thought. He cared only about what his mission and goal was. And that's where he's at, and I get that. And he's just trying to make some money. I have a white friend born in Nigeria. You should see the looks when I call her African. I mean, it's true. She is African American. So, this is what's happening. Both got that energy. Yeah. Twitter's slogan should be, who do I cancel? Who do I cancel next? Yeah, it literally is just like a sport now. It's just like a sport until they come for you. I remember, what was it, Jimmy Kimmel. He is such a fucking phony fuck. Like, god damn, he's so phony. Like, he wants to act like he wasn't the host of the Man Show, where at the end of it was girls jumping up and down on trampolines so we can see their boobs bounce up and down. This motherfucker want to act like that wasn't part of his past. I'm not saying that he's bad for it. I'm not saying he should be canceled for it. But what I'm saying is he acts like this righteous fucking woke prick who condemns all this shit around him. Just for him to get fucking roasted, he got canceled a couple weeks ago. So eventually this shit all comes back for you. It's a snake that eats its own tail, whatever that thing's called. I forgot what that thing's called. But it just eats itself. And there's never going to be enough. There's never going to be enough people canceled. There's never going to be enough things you can do to be woke enough. Like, it's the oppression Olympics, bro. And if you ain't oppressed, then you don't got a voice. Let's start an anti-Twitter. We call it cancer. So what would you call like a tweet on cancer? Would it be like a growth? What would you call a tweet if our anti-Twitter coom? That's what it's called, a coom. I just posted my coom. We're all coomers. I'm out here cooming all day, baby.
I'm out here cooming like a motherfucker.
Okay. So, I'm trying to keep track of all the things that happen because, like, there's just so many things that happen within this whole story. They'd be poots. They'd be poots. I just put out a poop. So let's see. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what let's go here first. Let's go over. So, Soleil Marley, who is Lauryn Hill's daughter and Bob Marley's granddaughter, also came under attack because she was one of the models that was wearing the White Lives Matter shirt. And it's really unfortunate that she got caught up in this, but, she stood up for herself and mad respect for that. But she also, it seems like she was just young and a little unsure about the whole thing in the first place. Let me play this for you and, and then we'll move on with more of this. Because then Kanye goes on to Tucker Carlson, who everyone hates because he's Tucker Carlson. I don't hate Tucker Carlson. He's just another dude doing what he does. So let's watch this, and then we'll get to the Tucker Carlson thing, and then we'll get into this whole Diddy thing and how Kanye got kicked off of Instagram and Twitter because of some things he's saying about the chosen people. So let's watch this, and we'll get into this Tucker interview.
Should Soleil Marley be canceled? Lauryn Hill's daughter, Soleil Marley, speaks out against backlash after wearing Kanye's White Lives Matter shirt. Make sure and leave a comment and let's get into this. Soleil Marley is the daughter of Lauryn Hill and the goddaughter of legendary reggae artist Bob Marley. Soleil has recently come under fire for displaying White Lives Matter shirt at Kanye's recent Yeezy Season 9 fashion show in Paris. She immediately started receiving harassment online after her video went viral and the whole White Lives Matter thing blew up. Here's a text that she sent to Kanye after she started receiving backlash. I think that what we did has obviously created a lot of conversation. I would like us to continue that conversation and provide the necessary depth and clarity that we both are extremely capable of. I love taking risks and embracing freedom, but in this case, I think we can continue to discuss the depth behind our decisions to show the purity of our intentions and provide healing to our community. As he progressed, she took to IG to give a formal response, which goes like this. The past 24 hours has allowed me to realize that most of y'all are stuck in a hive mind mentality. You do what the group tells you to do.
Which is very true. It's very true. A lot of people are stuck in this hive mind I think I talked about that before. This is quite the reporter on the scene. Yeah, watch out, guys. But no, that's really cool. No, you've told us that you went to Newt Gingrich's house and you used to work with Newt, but I don't know if you talked about Tucker. But maybe I may or may not have made a shirt that said "All cows matter." I gave it to my vegan friend. Keep that to yourself, Naders, before you're canceled on Twitter. They're coming for you, Naders. All the vegans.
Do and think what the group tells you to think. Witnessing someone break free from the agenda sends you all into such a panic that you will do whatever it takes to force them back into the box that you feel they should exist in.
And that's exactly where Kanye is coming from. Is like, you're not going to tell them how to act. You're not going to tell them what to say or think. And that's the problem, is that you have this group think. And yes, I think it's important that we all respect each other and be very conscious of what we say to one another and be as polite as possible. But I don't think it has to be at the cost of lives and in careers. And, you know, I feel like all these moments can be teachable moments. Obviously, there are some ignorant people out there who are never going to be able to get through to, but there are still, if you just talk to people, that's where it starts. That's where it starts, baby. What's the guy's name? Daryl Davis. Is that his name? The musician who turns KKK members? I think his name is Daryl Davis. Shit. Let me make sure what his name is. Daryl Davis. Yeah, Daryl Davis, American musician, fantastic piano player and singer. He converts KKK members into real people. Yeah, I showed it. Oh, yes. I worked with Newt, interviewed. Yes, I do remember that now. Don't be fake polite. That's the real issue. Yeah, it's true. It's true, because a lot of people, and the thing is that there's so many people out there who will say and act one way, and then in the privacy of their own homes or when you're around their friends, they'll be like, I don't really think that way. You know, like, it's like there's something disingenuous about it, and there's something, and I just don't feel that fear is the best way to galvanize ideology. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't feel like that's the best way. It's, you don't listen to us, you're going to be canceled. Which I heard someone saying that cancel culture is just them preparing us for, like, murder culture. Like, you know, if we're okay with people just being taken off the internet, and we're okay with people getting their, you know, their whole livelihoods destroyed. And then if you hear some people talk, like, I remember that lady in Portland when they found out that Trump supporter ended up getting shot in the face. She was like, good. Fuck him. Shouldn't have been supporting Trump. If you can get a society to be okay with that kind of behavior, and you can sort of warp them into this way of thinking where, like, justice is only, like, mob justice is the justice that we're looking for. It's like, there's no, you know, we're not going to talk about it. It's just, this is the way it is. And if you don't go along with it, then you're going to just come up missing. And we already have the play, like the way, like, President Obama signed in to rule. What's that? What's the name of that law where you can just be taken? You can just be taken in the night for no reason, and you can just be detained indefinitely, basically taking away our rights to be sovereign human beings. The way it's set up now, if we can just take it one step further, you could literally just have, you know, murder patrols, government-sanctioned murder teams in the middle of the night come and kill people who are dissenting against the government. And not only will the public be okay with them dying, but they'll be calling on them to be killed because they're different. They're not us. That's not our way of thinking. And we already have the laws sort of put into place to where they can just come up missing. They don't need a judge. They don't need a jury. They don't need a trial. It's like he said something different. Get rid of them. Kill them. Fuck him. He shouldn't have been he shouldn't have been thinking that way. He should have been thinking the way that we think. So I see where this is, you know, like this is why I love what Kanye does, but it's just so he does it. It's very graceless, right? Like there's no grace to it. It's just like white lives matter. It's like, God damn it, Kanye. Oh, Lord. Just like my father being religious, but he'd whoop my ass for fun. God damn. See, yeah, exactly. I fucking can't stand those kind of hypocrites. Those fucking Christians who like go to church every Sunday, but are like out there fucking beating the shit out of their kids or fucking, you know, or like the gay bashers who are sucking dicks in the park at night, you know, like, oh God, I hate that shit. It's fuck you. Fuck you. God damn hypocrites, man. I think that's why hypocrisy stands out to me so much. It's like, fuck you. You're sitting here trying to pass judgment, tell me what's right, what's wrong, and you're over here doing it on your own. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You can eat a dick because you're a hypocrite. And now everyone knows who you are. Whatever makes you feel better, I guess. Both. So kind of in person, but the second the camera goes on, so different. Tucker Carlson seems like a really nice guy, honestly. Seems like a cool dude. I've seen him in like interviews where he's just acting normal and not like the prick he plays on TV. I still remember when Jon Stewart ripped his asshole apart, and that was awesome. But I feel like Tucker Carlson has gotten a little bit more, you know, on his game since then. He's much more, you know, he has a much more clear vision than I think he did then. Anyways, let's finish this video here.
Morale and empathy is eliminated due to the fact that you feel justified by your emotion. The victim becomes the victimizer. You cannot bully me.
Right here. And then there's another one. It's so interesting. I follow a lot of conservative black people on TikTok. Black conservative TikTokers. Not that I'm conservative. I follow a lot of woke ass shit too. I follow a lot of liberal shit. I'm very much want to know a whole full spectrum of stuff. And that's the one thing that's really odd to me is when you see a black conservative talking about things that go against the narrative, you have black people will come and attack them and call them things like, the shorter version of raccoon or literally say the N-word. Like, it's really crazy to me how the victims can become the victimizers so easily with that mob mentality. It's fucking crazy. I'd trust him over Biden babysitting my kids if I had kids. Kanye? I would trust Kanye over Biden too. Kanye, you'd come home and Biden would fucking have his nose like fucking stuffed in your kid's head, like. Oh, fucking Papa Head Sniffer, fucking weird. Who's the Hodge twins? Is Hodge twins gonna get me kicked off of? The fuck is the Hodge twins? Conservative twins are an American stand-up conservative. Oh, I've never seen these guys before. Oh. Yeah, what's interesting to me is the amount of POC. Yeah, I've never heard of them, no. They're probably huge on TikTok, huh? Unless they've been kicked off because they don't follow the narrative. Let's go check them out a little. Probably their Instagram is probably where it's at. I think that there's a lot of people, a lot of liberal Democrats, I think, that are going to be very surprised on the amount of POCs that are going to be voting right this fall, and for the president. I really don't think, I think that like your lifelong hardcore Democrats are so stuck in the Democratic ideology of when they were younger, like, working man, working person, there for the working person, the middle class, the poor, the Democrats, I think they still have that idea that that's what they are, that that's their party still. And again, I don't want anybody thinking that I'm fucking Republican. Because I am not. Nothing against it, but I do not subscribe. Nor do I subscribe to this Democratic bullshit. Okay? Fuck them both. Fuck them in the face. I don't give a fuck about them. But I think that there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be very, very surprised how many people of color are out there voting conservatively. I have an uncle who is a hardcore Democrat for the last, 4 years. And he fucking does not believe me that there are black and brown people who are Trump supporters, who want conservatism, we speak English good, to fucking prevail, because that's where their heart is now. That's where they're feeling now. And it's very odd to me that people don't believe that, but it's happening, and fucking we're in for a big surprise, I think. And it's not like a surprise to me, because more people of color voted for Trump this last time than the first time he ran. More women of color. So it's crazy to think that, that the Democrats are still the party of the people, or still the party of the underdogs, still the party of black and brown people. And it's not, man. It's a completely different party now. It serves the rich. It serves the rich. That's all they're doing. They're serving the rich. Both are, obviously, but they're serving the fucking rich. And I know they probably always have been, but even their messaging, it's crazy. On this note, I am heading to the doctor. Thanks for entertaining the car. No worries, Robbie. Thank you. Enjoy your back cracking. If you vote Trump, then you ain't black. It still hits me hard. Yo, I couldn't believe my fucking ears when I heard that doddering old twat fucking mumble that shit out of his dumb fucking mouth. I was flabbergasted. Still voted for him. Still voted for him. Fucking idiot. But yeah, no one talks about the Republic Party was started. Yeah, that's true too. No one talks about how the Democratic Party was the party of slavery. Strange. Again, not claiming either side.
Starting today, does your bank have a policy against funding new oil and gas products?
Absolutely not, and that would be the road to hell for America.
Yeah, that's fine. Sir, you know what? Everybody that got relief from student loans has a bank account with your bank should probably take out their account and close their account.
Take out the account and close the account. You don't sound like a congresswoman. You sound like an activist. Somebody like you shouldn't be representing our Republicans. I mean, everything that the banking CEO Jamie Dimon said is 100% correct. That's a goal that our country should work towards. But right now, we ain't got no damn cause that runs on freaking wind. This is what Democrats want. They want you to go get a car. Ain't got no engine in it. You like it? You in
They
that
like the Flintstones.
No.
He's like, let's go. I'll go Flintstone that bit. But that's true though. It's like we want to it's just become so black and white. Like this. Like it's just become so framed as black and white, right? Like they frame it as black and white. Like if we don't stop using fossil fuels, we're gonna die right now. But if we stop using fossil fuels right now, we're gonna die right now. Technology is just not there for wind and solar right now. And yeah, we could probably be doing better at going towards that. And I think that's probably the right move. We should probably get away from this energy source, the oil and gas, because it's finite and it is fucking shit up. It is fucking our environment up. I mean, no matter what anybody wants to say, it is fucking our environment up. Even if you want to just go to the basic idea of oil spills in the fucking ocean. So, yes, it's fucking up our environment. Even if you don't believe that it's, causing, carbon gas and all that stuff. And again, I'm not trying to hate on anybody that doesn't, but to say that oil and gas doesn't fuck up our environment, it just does whenever it's leaked out into the world. So even on that basic level, even if you don't believe in the gases or whatever, it is polluting our shit. It's all black and white, and my mixed niece and nephew are my life. Can't wait for them to have an opinion. Yo, it's and that's the thing too, man. It's like we're quickly becoming a black and brown country. We're mixing. Everyone's mixing, which is great. We should be. Let's mix. Let's get the shit. Get some beautiful ass babies out there with mixed babies. Very beautiful. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I love it. Can't wait for them to have an opinion. Well, yeah. Rashida Tlaib versus bank CEOs. I come off as a redneck, but I'm multicultural. I come off as a redneck, but I'm multicultural. I go to Walmart every day.
Hey, let me just show y'all a quick picture. Y'all tell me if this dude's psycho or not. That looks like a freaking psycho, right? No, man, don't be judgmental. He teaches up at a high school. Check out this video.
In Canada.
I thought it would be sex education teacher. Shop teacher. Didn't expect that. Look at the students. I mean, I know this is real, but he's trying to get fired. The school came out and made a statement about this. The HDSB recognizes the rights of students, staff, parents, guardians, and community members to equitable treatment without discrimination based upon gender expression. I agree with everything in that statement, but that doesn't give him the right to do lewd and lascivious acts. That's not lewd. That's lewd. He's covered up.
You covered up.
Canada is a very liberal country. That's not liberal. That's batshit crazy. That's called San Francisco. Is what it's called. Hey, let me just show y'all a quick.
Well, these guys are fun. Yeah, I don't think it's lewd per se. I mean, those hard nipples are kind of lewd, but I saw something that said that this person was trying to get fired, and I think I saw something. I saw something where they were saying that that teacher was actually doing it to prove some point, but he was trying to piss people off, and that he didn't really, or they didn't really mean it, or she didn't really mean it. I don't know. We'll just go with she didn't. She's not really like that. She's just doing it to sort of get people pissed off or something. Anyways, these guys are fun. It was after midnight. If you want a good show, I'll check it out. Anyways, we're going back over to, we'll finish this video here and then get into the Tucker Carlson interview.
Manipulate me or coax me into silence, nor will you bully me into being who you want me to be. I don't care how many tweets you make, DMs you send, or articles you write throughout all of the chaos. I have yet to speak on my experience. If you know me, you know that nothing I do is without deep thought and intention. Wait till you hear what I have to say. Now, I do want to say one more thing about these text messages to Ye. She seemed unsure of what the actual message of White Lives Matter was before doing the actual show.
Thank you,
which kind of
natives.
contradicts her previous statement that she is very thoughtful in the things that she gets involved in. To me, that sounds like she was just a little unsure of the whole situation before she even committed. And that doesn't sound very thoughtful.
So the point I was making there was that she says in these texts that she wasn't sure on what. Yeah, I'm a great pointer. When she's talking to Kanye, she's saying, I would like to be more clear on the message. And so it sounds like she was unsure of what the message was. And then she goes on to Instagram and says, everything I do, I put thought into. So she's young and she just seemed like she just sort of got caught up in this. But, mad love to her that she's young and she's thinking for herself. Whether or not it's a good thing or bad thing, I don't really know. This whole White Lives Matter thing is I get why people are mad. Again, I get why people are mad. But then I'm just sort of like, who cares? The problem is with the phrase White Lives Matter that a lot of people are sort of bringing up right now. Where is it? Let me find it. Hold on. So the whole thing here's the ADL, which is a organization that started to it's been around since the 1918, and this word has been considered hate speech for a while, or hate slogan for a while. White Lives Matter is a white supremacist phrase that originated in 2000. Hold on. So, White Lives Matter already was established as a very as a symbol of racism. I remember All Lives Matter was racist. Yeah, it was, which I don't understand. I do understand. Okay, I get that. I do get it. Okay, I get that. All lives matter. All lives do matter, but BLM was about a very specific thing. And sort of trying to take away from that movement. Okay. I know. I'm sorry. Whew. Am I going to be able to get through this? I don't know. Sorry, guys. Black Lives Matter started off racism. Well, I feel like Black Lives Matter has done some good things. We can't say it's done bad things, but I think it's also helped to divide us. I think it's helped in that sense. But I think it is something that was important that needed to happen, because these videos that came out showing police brutality and such, it's important for people to see that. And that's what it originally was about, was police brutality. And so it was very important for it to exist. But again, as organizations grow, and it seemed like there was no real direction with what was happening, it does seem like it did sort of take a left turn there. And that does suck. That does suck. But I don't think it started out as a bad thing. And I don't think it is a bad thing. But there are aspects to BLM that aren't great. So, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of aspects to a lot of different organizations that aren't great too. So, but yeah, I don't know. Play a video so you can have a little break. Don't you tell me what to do, Moving Dutchman. My great granddad died in the Civil War trying to protect everyone's life, but now I'm white. But now that I'm white, I'm a colonizer. Yeah. That's another thing too, is this full on like it's okay to hate white people thing has got to stop too. I think that's just destructive. It's not doing anything. You're just pushing people away. The thing, if you want people to be included in your movement and you want people to come together, you can't just start talking shit about people. Just tell, fuck white man, fuck a white man. And I get it. I get that white people haven't been great, but it's like this new movie. What is it called? The African Warrior. What is that new movie with Viola Davis? She's in a new movie, The Woman King. This movie right here. So like, when you actually hear the story about the tribe that she's representing, this movie apparently is a lie. Because the way that they show the white people in this is they show them as the colonizers coming to, enslave people and such. But apparently the tribe that she was a part of, and this is just from research and some videos I saw, apparently that tribe was fighting to keep the slave trade going, and that the white Europeans that showed up were actually there to try to stop the slave trade. That's what I've gathered from it. I might be very wrong. Don't come after me, whoever sees this on YouTube or hears this on the internet. That's just the research I did. That's what I found. I found several different sources that confirm that. So I don't know, but apparently this movie is not true to what the actual movie was. Don't tell us what to do, Raina. Yeah, good idea. We need a command trigger to a choke break. Favorite song of the day: War. Why can't we be friends? Yeah, hey. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't... Like Pelosi in African colors that represent the African tribes that helped ship them out of Africa. Yeah, and it's weird. A lot of people don't know that there was an African continental trade, like intercontinental trade as well. It's really... It's crazy that people don't know that shit, man. And I mean, this is shit, I'm not trying to gloat, but like I've known this shit for fucking a long time now. Before all of this, woke movement, BLM movement happened, is like this has all been documented. But, people will seek out information that helps their narrative, that feeds their narrative sometimes, and that's how we do it. Nowadays, knowledge is forbidden. Listen to what I say, not what I do. Yes. Anyways, just a little side note on that. Apparently, the Woman King is a charade. A charade. Charade, you are Woman King. Not trying to shit on anybody or the movie or anything. I've never seen it. That's what I've heard. I heard that it's not true to history, which is like whatever. Anyways,
so should she be canceled?
So there she is. There she blows. And so now listen. So after all this blowback, rappers, people involved in it are getting blowback. Kanye's doing all... Actually, what? Let's go to Kanye's thing, because he released this video very shortly after, and I want to get I haven't seen this video yet, but he posted something onto his TikTok. It's this.
What did you want it to express when you do the White Lives Matter t-shirts?
At a certain point, it felt like I saw white people wearing shirts that said Black Lives Matter, like they were doing me such a favor by having a t-shirt that reminded me that my life mattered, like I didn't already know that. So I thought I'd return the favor and let white people know that, hey, your life matters too.
Well, isn't that nice of Kanye? He wanted all the white people that support him and his lifestyle to know that they matter, which I don't think is a bad thing, though, right? But he knows what he's doing, okay? And whatever his intentions were, quote air quotes here, he knows what he's doing, and this is part of it. He's just marketing. I did want to show this out, but the phrase "White Lives Matter" is a white supremacist phrase that originated in early 2015 as a racist response to the Black Lives Matter movement, which arose to protest against police brutality against African Americans, and garnered considerable publicity in 2014 for protests in Ferguson, Missouri, following the shooting death of Michael Brown at the hands of Ferguson police officer. In 2015, white supremacists in several states, especially members of the Texas-based white supremacist group Aryan Resistance Society, have promoted the slogan "White Lives Matter" with flyers and protests, forming a loose campaign to popularize the phrase. By 2016, other white supremacist groups, including the KKK, were also using the slogan, and it soon became a staple among white supremacists. Mantras continuing even after original campaigners. So there you go. It's considered widely as a very racist term. Same with All Lives Matter, I guess. How does All Lives Matter rank at the ADL? Let's see what Wikipedia has to say about it, because we all know Wikipedia is a solid source of information. All Lives Matter is a slogan that is used with opposition to and was created in response to the Black Lives Matter movement. The slogan ostensibly argue all lives are equal because we are all human beings. The all lives slogan is typically associated with conservative views and rejection to the ideas supported by proponents of Black Lives Matter movement, which emerged in response to police brutality. Okay. So, yeah, American rapper Triple X Tentacion came under criticism and he supported the movement. Look at me. Ben Carson. Okay, so according to professor of critical race theory, David Theo Goldberg, All Lives Matter reflects a view of racial dismissal, ignoring, and denial. Philosopher Chris Levin describes All Lives Matter as a disingenuous retort that misunderstands the problems raised by the Black Lives Matter proponents. On Real Time with Bill Maher, expressed support to the Black Lives Matter phrase, stating that all lives matter implies that all lives are equally at risk, and they're not. So there you go. Only a few people can play 4D chess, and one of them is not me. Solid indeed. Moving Dutchman can play 4D chess. Okay, so let's get into this fucker Carlson. Again, I hate Tucker Carlson. I don't know the man. Imagine when religious people were the only ones who could read the scripture. Tell me they didn't lie. Why would they lie, Naders? They're religious, and it's in the name of God. Are you saying that humans would lie in the name of God for their own personal gain? Are you saying that? Are you saying that any human is capable of using the Lord's name to gain? Oh, White Lives Matter. Let me invite my friends if you aren't finished with it yet. They did a live on this on their Facebook page today. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that, Jenny. Mighty! Oh, my God. Sorry, everything's so loud, guys. Mighty, thank you so much for that gifted sub to Thor Spoon. I appreciate you. And, of course, Mighty, this is for you. If I can get it to work. Oh, you son of a bitch. I have to sign up. What is happening? Why is this happening to me? You guys see what God's doing to me right now? How did this even happen? How am I even signed out of this? Sorry, tunnel vision. Okay. Can someone put exclamation point go MM? For whatever reason, my stupid ass thing isn't working.
Hello, mighty.
Thank you.
This is Jean-Claude Van Damme. And I want to give you a huge thank you, a big ol' splits, and the
Hey.
as a thank you for all that you do for this channel.
Thank you, mighty. Much love. And thank you. Oh, Jesus. I forgot you guys can see everything. Sorry. I don't know why my chat wasn't working, but it wasn't letting me drop shit, so I had to pop one out. Madonna is gay and proud, guys. In case you didn't know. All right, so we're back. We're back to this. So now we're gonna go and listen to him talk on Tucker Carlson. Again, his intentions, it seems, were good, but he has to know what he's doing, and he does. He does. Do I tell them or no? Before I told my friend, you were saying something that sounded like a preference. I don't know. I'm not sure. Before I told my friends, do I tell them or no? I don't know. I don't know, Jenny. I don't know. Damn it, Bobby. I got to refresh. You can have all your friends come in, Jenny. We're just getting into Tucker Carlson, and then we're going to get to the anti-Semitic comments that's come up, and then even we're going to get into Lizzo's response because he's shit talking Lizzo on this. So I thought hopefully you behave. Oh, I see what you're saying. Can we get a shout out for Jenny too, please? Apparently my fucking chat's not working. I told him hopefully. What is behave though? Like what, man, the way he talked about Lizzo, he was literally talking about himself. That's a good point. It's a good point. And Samo, welcome in, my friend. Kanye West has always been on that maniacal pop art advertising K-drama. Yeah, exactly. That's what he does. But again, so I feel like his intentions were okay and good, right? Like it's okay for a black man to say, "Hey, white people, your lives matter." What's wrong with that? I know that it's taking away from BLM, but I think in essence, saying that people's lives matter is okay. But he knows what he's doing, and he's doing it to push a product, and he knows that it's taken away from BLM, and he knows that White Lives Matter is officially like a racist statement that has been commandeered by white supremacists like the KKK and Aryan people or whatever. So it is something that is associated with hate. And he did say BLM was a scam. So he is definitely on purpose going after BLM, and he is on purpose, purposely creating this drama for people to buy fucking Yeezys, okay? Like this is what he does. And again, I think he's gonna come out on the other side of this just fine and probably richer. Zombie hate fast food. Promoting unhealthy. You're unhealthy, sir. You're right though. Jenny, you're right. He's very unhealthy. He's very unhealthy. Like the dude needs to take care of himself. And I honestly think that Kanye West just needs to sort of like take a vacation for like 3 or 4 months, go maybe a year, maybe 3 years. Okay. Maybe Kanye West needs to go and just be, Kanye out of the spotlight. Kanye, just do Kanye, right? Kanye does Kanye for one night only on Broadway. That was the thing. Kanye does Kanye one night only. BLM has become more of a marketing tool than a movement. I agree. You slap BLM on things and things are going to sell. Do you have a Black Lives Matter IPA at Walmart? I think that goes beyond the movement and more of profiteering. I agree. And again, Kanye said that BLM was a scam. I think BLM was a very important movement that needed to happen at the time that happened. But it has become sort of this trendy. It's become, again, people at the top of the organization have been stealing the funds. It has become sort of this blanket statement that's, I don't know, that I feel like it's not losing meaning, but I definitely feel like the more that people find out about the malfeasance within the organization, the more that the organization seems a little bit flimsy. And it probably is. Again, you got to remember that there's there's hundreds of chapters, there's thousands of different members doing different things. And that doesn't mean just because there is some people at the top that stole money, that the whole organization is bad. It just means that people are doing different things in different regions of the organizations and different chapters. But yeah, it has sort of gotten to that point where it's just now it's like this trendy thing, and anybody who speaks ill of it or against it is automatically labeled a racist or a Nazi or white supremacist or transphobe, whatever you want to say. You become an other. And again, I just want to reiterate that I think BLM was a very important movement that needed to happen. I just want you guys, I just want to reiterate that. The corporations, Moressa, made it that way. We're in a capitalistic society, unfortunately. I don't know what a better alternative is, though, Jenny. Kanye will be the new Alex Jones. It's just harder to cancel him. Yeah, but I don't think so, man. I think that he's going to be just fine, because Alex Jones really did take a hit, right? He went from being in the press corps for the president of the United States to being a media pariah, right? Like, nobody wants to fuck with Alex Jones. I think that Kanye is going to come out this on the other side. Alex Jones really did get fucked. I mean, I don't know, rightfully so or not, I don't know. He did say some really screwed up things about Sandy Hook and whatever, that sucks. But he really did get deplatformed on all levels, and they killed his income, and he really did suffer. I think this is going to make Kanye richer. I think it's going to be the opposite. But who knows? I might be completely wrong. This might be the end of Kanye's career. Who knows? Just like making Juneteenth some hold on. Just like making Juneteenth some fun throwaway plates for the barbecue. Yeah. This is severe. Wait, J6 is a lie? I didn't say January 6th was a lie. I said Sandy Hook. And I didn't say Sandy Hook was a lie. Alex Jones did. Didn't see that coming. But January 6th, I think it was probably blown out a little out of proportion. And why were the cops letting those people in? Does anybody know why the Capitol Police were letting people into the Capitol building? Like opening up the gates? That's so strange. So strange. Was BLM a thing before it was a group or organization? No. It was completely started by people who were self-claimed socialists who wanted to destroy the family makeup, which was totally blown out, by the way, by like a lot of the conservative media. It was like, they want to break up the family unit. They don't want us to be a family. And I think what they meant was they're trying to break down the traditional idea of what the family paradigm is in America, right? Like a family can be, it doesn't have to be a man and a woman and children. It can be man, they, them, whatever. I think that's what they were going for. I don't think they were like, we got to destroy the family unit and make everybody socialist. But maybe, I don't know. Because what about people who say Black Lives Matter because they matter and aren't saying the organization's name? I don't know. I just think that Black Lives Matter became a very big, a great symbol, and became one of those hot words that people can say that, you know, Black Lives Matter, like it's a very, you know, it's a very strong statement. I don't know. Has some, but I don't know if it was an organization. Well, we can check let's see when BLM was started. (2013). So in 2013, in the Ferguson things, that's when it really blew up. Black Lives Matter is a decentralized. So there's the key word there, decentralized. And that's why you can't just say all of Black Lives Matter is terrible because of a few bad people within the organization. That's why it's like, you can't just say it's a scam because there was a couple people who sucked in the organization, because it is a decentralized political and social movement. So it is meant to be, it's not meant to be this one centralized command center, which they tried to make, which they ended up doing anyways. But but it was Patrice Cullors is the one who is accused of stealing money, and there's another person. But yeah, I mean, there's always been a movement for equality, Jenny, for black people and brown people. 90% of BLM sign holders were white suburban housewives, at least on my side of town. Yeah, which is fine. I don't see nothing wrong with that, right? Like, we should all be supporting equality. But I think a lot of, and I hear this from a lot of the black and brown community, that there's a lot of black and brown people who are very mistrustful of the organization. And from the beginning was just like, I don't know about this. And, you know, there has been a lot of misallocation of funds, and a lot of people were giving a lot of money, and that money wasn't really going anywhere other than sort of just being sort of picked and cleaned from people to, you know, spend how they see how to do it. So I really do. It just seems like it was an organization that that blew up really quickly. And people are like, I don't know what to do now. I don't know why I'm coughing so much. I'm sorry, guys. I hope I don't have COVID. Okay. I would be surprised if that were the case everywhere. I see the reason to say that, but I don't necessarily believe that's how it is everywhere. No, that's Candace Owens. Has anybody ever noticed that Candace Owens 3 weeks ago dragged Kanye's wife through the mud, calling her a whore, and now Kanye's standing right next to her? Dude, people, Candace Owens. People were saying that they were dating. I did see that Kanye and Candace are dating. I don't know who pays who. Kanye West is going to be all right. He's always going to be ready already, mastermind the win in the loss. Yeah, I think that too. That's why I don't do politics, because I say I'm right and you're wrong. Maybe I should run for mayor. You should. They're very good at saying you're wrong and I'm right. It's like, because it's an organization that you can't say Black Lives Matter without being associated with, I guess. I'm not sure. And I thought I've seen it in multiple contexts. Maybe I'm just not understanding the question. And Alex Jones is on the highest horse he can possibly be on, because remember how many times he has been on one of the best podcasts in the world, news, radio, TV show, Joe Rogan. Everybody has to do their time in the dark before they see the light again. Yeah. Alex Jones is, I mean, he's still in the darkness, man. He's still, they got like, he has to pay like $44 million to the Sandy Hook people. And that's not even counting, like, there's other states that are suing him right now. So like, he's still in the shit, man. He's not doing better. His organization isn't making money. Hell, at this point, I might be governor. You damn right, Naders. Shoot for the moon, baby. Performing mail fraud right now to write you is a presidential candidate. Let's go. I know that too, for sure. Can I say something that everyone will agree to and don't like saying? I guess I need more than sign holding. I actually need real live action. polk and hold a sign, but a poll cannot remove discrimination. Poll and hold it. Okay. I don't know. Cooties. It's all pink on the inside. Very true, Naders. Thank you. Black Lives Matter is like going to a Donald Trump school in Miami, Florida to get what you paid for. I don't understand this. They don't even find the shooter as much as Alex. Yeah. Wait, did the shooter come out? I thought the shooter ended up taking his own life. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they really did do Alex in, and you know, I don't, was that right or wrong? I mean, he was. I mean, I think it was freedom of speech, but again, there was consequences to that freedom of speech, which was his. Which, how can you control your audience? I mean, you could tell your audience, hey, stop fucking with these people. Maybe he should have did that. But if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Alex Jones was deplatformed a few years ago for, and Alex Jones is a conspiracy theorist, broadcaster, and the pinnacle was he was in the Trump press corps, but he ended up doing this story, and he kept hammering in on it, saying that the shooting at Sandy Hook, which was that in Connecticut? He said that there was an elementary school that got shot up a few years ago, and he was saying it was a false flag operation, which is a false flag operation is a operation done by a government who are trying to change the narrative. So a lot of people say that 9/11 was an inside job so we could go into Iraq and start, you know, stealing resources and stuff, you know. So it was a false flag operation just so we can start going and stealing other people's resources. So that's what I'm talking about. Which I don't think 9/11 was that, but you know, there are some weird things about 9/11. But I forgot what we were talking about. Shit. Oh, okay. So Alex Jones said that that Sandy Hook was a false flag operation, and he kept on doing this story for years and years. And eventually his audience started harassing the victims of the shooting. So the parents, could you imagine you lost your child in a shooting and some fucking psycho calls you and is like, you're fucking an actor. You didn't lose your child. You should be ashamed of yourself. Like, just horrible things. Horrible, horrible things. So, should he have been deplatformed? I don't know. I think it was freedom of speech. You can't really control your audience like that, but you can encourage them not to do these things. So, I don't know. In any case, Alex Jones aside, let's get into this fucking interview. In which part, and I'll break it down. Sorry, I'm using my voice to text. Yes, Samo will just voice to text some shit, and it'll come out however the fuck it comes out. Nick, what's up, buddy? Buddy. In which part? Oh yeah, I can say that We Speak English Good is going to kill us. If you kill someone, is it my fault? No. I just don't understand how BLM is like going to a Trump school. You get what you pay for. I just don't understand what you're implying, because BLM isn't necessarily an entity you're paying for to get something from. Yeah, I didn't get it either, Jenny. But, you know, sometimes Samo says shit, I'm just like, yup, let's go. Only because I read terribly, too. Black Lives Matter is like going to a Donald Trump school in Miami, Florida. You get what you pay for. So it's like going to a college in a party city, but it's also like a ripoff, and you're gonna get it's unaccredited. Is that what you mean? I would love a little explanation too. But Nick Tronic, welcome in, my friend. Good to see you. We're just about to hear this lovely lump of shit talk, which again, I have nothing against Tucker Carlson. I don't care about Tucker Carlson. He does not offend me. I'm not made out of paper. I will not break because he said some things.
Carlson, tonight, Kanye West, now known as Ye, is one of the best-selling musical artists in the world. He has also in recent years become a celebrated and very highly paid fashion designer. And of course, for a decade, he was well known to TV audiences
Okay,
that brought us to
let's
Owens
just get to the
and
good shit.
Was any explanation for why West did this? What was the T-shirt about?
What was it
No one
about,
seemed to think
honey?
to ask him, much less to listen to what he had to say. Here. But is West crazy? You can judge for yourself as you watch what we're about to show you. He has his own ideas, we can say that. Creative people tend to. That's why they're artists, not actuaries. His freeform social media posts give the impression of a man channeling his rawest emotions right onto Instagram.
Tucker Carlson really trying to fucking polish that turd. Let's hear him say that again about his Instagram post.
Of a man channeling his rawest artists, not actuaries. His freeform social media posts give the impression of a man channeling his rawest
Freeform social media posts channeling his rawest emotions. Shut up, Tucker Carlson. If it was the Donald Trump comment, it's Donald Trump owned business schools in Miami, Florida, and they were a pyramid scheme. I knew that. Okay, so we were kind of right about that. Donald Trump leases his name to a lot of private companies. And for the students who thought they were getting a top-notch education, they got nothing but an empty bank account. Okay. I get what you're saying. I think I got it when I read it. I couldn't put it in those words. Oh, so you're making a generalization for something that has many unaffiliated chapters. I get it. You can't read emotion at one point. Tucker is pretty bad, but there are worse. Yeah. I just don't like his smug thing. Sweating smiley face. Yeah, I don't like the smugness. It's the smugness. I don't know if it's actually what he says, because some of the things he says I kind of agree with, but they're very little. You got to be able to find some commonality in your other human beings, or else we're just going to end up hating each other and murdering each other's families in front of them. Probably.
emotions right onto Instagram. The effect can be jarring and is often used as ammunition against him in the battle for influence over the minds of America's young people. And that battle is intense.
It is.
But crazy? That was not our conclusion. In fact, we've rarely heard a man speak so.
Holy shit. Rachel Maddow. Oh my God. Just the worst spreader of misinformation ever. What's that one? Do you remember where she says, if you get, she says, if you get this vaccine, you will not spread COVID-19. You will not. Misinformation. Still, you can still find that video on YouTube. I bet we can find that video right fucking now. Let's just take a break. Let's take a pause for the cause and give one of the biggest misinformation spreaders their due, shall we? Rachel Maddow, vaccine, no spread. Let's see. Let's see. This has 66,000 views.
Just as a personal plea from me, if you have been putting off being vaccinated for whatever reason, don't agonize about it. Don't let anybody make you feel bad about that and, get you defensive about it. Just make a fresh decision now. Take a fresh look at the
By the way, I'm not saying not get vaccinated, folks. That's not what I'm saying.
issue now. Looking at what's going on now. No matter why you have put it off in the past, no judgment.
Bitch, you judging.
Now is the time to actually go do it. Because we really cannot afford you having to go to the hospital right now. If you're unvaccinated, you have a much higher chance of getting this newly transmissible variant we had never seen before a couple of weeks.
Hold on, no, wait. Where's the one where Rachel Maddow says, if you take this vaccine, you will zero spread? Rachel Maddow, no spread vaccine. The viewers demand an apology. Viewers demand an apology from MSNBC a COVID vaccine comment. Look, it's become a whole fucking story from Fox News, obviously. Oh, come on. What is this? Get out of my way. Why are you doing this to me? I don't want to enter now. Oh my God. I think that's what they're doing to us. Who is this? Social media demands apology from Rachel Maddow. NBC over the liberal host's insistence in March that COVID vaccine stops the virus dead in its track and prevents further transmission. Again, I'm not trying to shit on the vaccine, but it's very well known and documented now that the vaccine does not stop the spread. Not saying don't get vaccinated, not saying to get vaccinated, just stating the facts. Now we know, here's the quote, now we know the vaccines work well enough that the virus stops with every vaccinated person. Maddow said on a show on the evening of March 29th, 2021, a vaccinated person gets exposed to the virus does not infect them. The virus cannot then use that person to go anywhere else. She added with a shrug. It cannot use a vaccinated person as a host to go get more people. Let's see this. This is fucking great. Yeah, YouTube keeps misinformation readily available, friends.
Virus being able to hop from person to person to person to person, spreading and spreading, sickening some of them, but not all of them. And the ones that it doesn't sicken don't know they have it. And then they give it to even more people because they didn't recognize they were, right? Instead of the virus being able to hop from person to person to person, potentially mutating and becoming more virulent and drug resistant along the way, now we know that the vaccines work well enough that the virus stops with every vaccinated person. A vaccinated person gets exposed to the virus does not infect them. The virus cannot then use that person to go anywhere else. It cannot use a vaccinated person as a host to go get more people. That means the vaccines will get us to the end of this.
Finally.
If we just go fast enough to get the whole pop. It means that instead of the vaccine being able...
There was a time when I liked Rachel Maddow, but we've all what's interesting is that this pandemic has highlighted how much people are for sale. Rachel Maddow was bought and sold. Anyways, sorry we got off of topic here. I didn't mean to do that. Let's get back to fucker Carlson. I know I missed a bunch of stuff, guys, so hold on. Let's get back up in here. Get your chipmunk-ish out of here. Tucker's, oh yeah. Still crazy to me. I went to school with Trump's daughter. Gives my school a bad name. UPenn deserves better. Which daughter, Robbie? Not much. I ate a burrito checking on you guys. Oh, nice. I remember a certain someone bleached their phones. Hey, I used to wipe my shit down, but I've bleached everything after hubby got blowjob and now. Oh God, yeah, I suppose you're right. I love how YouTube keeps information. Yeah, Rachel Maddow seems like someone with 4 wives that can't keep one happy. No, just shooting the old school propaganda. Oh yeah, you gotta do that. Well, I got a vaccine and gave it to my mother-in-law who also had the vaccine. Right. Am I the only one feeling dumber? Of course. You are the only one. No. Now, we didn't get the newest one, but still. Ivanka. Cool. I love how convinced and proud of herself she was. Just, stop it. God, and you know what sucks is that, like, by talking badly about Rachel Maddow, it paints me as some kind of conservative Republican rat bastard or something, which, again, I'm not against Republicans, and I don't think Republicans are rat bastards, but that's just not me. I'm not that. I'm just not that. I'm a fence sitter. I'm a fucking fence sitter, you guys. Am I goat or am I fish? I'm a fence sitter. Damn it. Rachel Maddow. Kansas. Meg the Scallion. Oh shit! As soon as you said Meg the Scallion, I just got like a picture of like a twerking scallion, like a scallion that's like just doing it. Jenny, that was beautiful. Thank you. That was genius. Appreciated. All right, here we go. Let's get into this.
Honestly and so movingly about what he believes. But again, you can judge for yourself. Here it is. So you just came from Paris Fashion Week. You just landed in Elaine. You're still on from it, and there's a photograph on it. What is that?
This is a big...
It's a photograph of a baby's ultrasound.
Why is that? And that you designed that?
Yes.
Why? What does that mean?
It just represents life. I'm pro-life.
Boy, so you wear it on a badge. What kind of response do you get? And good, amen, I agree.
I don't care about people's responses. I care about the fact that there's more black babies being aborted than born in New York City at this point. That 50% of black death in America is abortion. So I really don't care about people's responses.
Okay. He's not wrong. I know what he's saying is making people go like, oh God. But he's not wrong. A lot of black and brown babies get aborted, and it's their choice, and I'm all for that. But what he's saying is not wrong. I don't know, but is there a point to it? I don't know. Like, I mean, what is there? What, like these babies were unwanted. Right. Obviously, they were unwanted. I'm sure not all of these babies were unwanted. Maybe somebody was pressured to have an abortion. Yeah, no, that's a lot. Yeah, I know. But it's a lot of people, a lot of unborn children who are being aborted. Totally pro-choice. I mean, yeah, I'm pro-choice all the way. Flush those fuckers. Get them out of here. I don't care. Not my problem. The world is full of enough assholes. Okay. So I don't know. Is that a point? And even if his stats are right? Like if his stats are right, which I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that's true. I don't know how true that is, but I know it's a lot. There is a lot of abortions in the black and brown community. That is a fact. So if these babies were born and they were unwanted, what kind of lives were they going to live? What kind of strain would they be on the system? What kind of, are they going to have a terrible life where they have abusive parents that never wanted them? Like, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know where the point is, because if these babies were unwanted, then why would you want to bring that into the world just so they could be unwanted here? I don't know. But I get where he's coming from. And this is a very obviously conservative talking point. It's a very Candace Owens talking point. There's some things I agree with Candace Owens, but there's a lot that I don't. But she is entertaining. I will give her that. I do like me some entertainment. The problem is he isn't addressing the context and the environments of these things take place. Yeah, I think you're right. Hard to imagine that could be true. Yeah, I agree with you, Robbie, but but it is a lot. What if people think they can't give them a better life, so they do that? And yeah, exactly. And yeah, if for whatever reason that this baby was unwanted, it's unwanted nonetheless. And unwanted babies don't tend to have the greatest experiences life. But here's the thing also, if that baby was given a chance, would that baby bring life and joy to a family that couldn't have a baby? Would that baby change the mind of the mother once the mother holds that baby in their arms and is able to look at the baby? So like once you get past the goalpost, right? Like what happens next? I just feel like the majority of those situations, it doesn't end like that. It's not like the fairy tale ending that we would want if, for pro-lifers, it's not always, and it's always interesting how pro-lifers are like, we want these babies to be born, but As soon as they're born, we don't want nothing to fucking do with them. Let them starve in the streets, those fucking dogs. Their parents should have been better parents. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. He's very much running toward the Christian crowd. Yes, but he has been for a while now. Gospel music included. Yeah, exactly, Jenny. And by the way, he's not alone on this thought process. When I was talking about earlier how many black and brown people are switching sides and red-pilled, he's not the only one, okay? Like, he's not the only one that thinks like this. Again, the trend I'm seeing is black and brown people are fucking sick of the Democrats. Certain black and brown people. Some are. I'm not saying all of them, of course. But, there's a lot of black and brown people who agree with this because you also have religion that's involved here. And you have religious black folks, religious Mexican folks. Let me tell you about the Catholics, friends. Catholics are fucking crazy. Coming up, Mexican Catholic. I know how this shit goes. And then black Christians, so it's very much in the culture already. This right-leaning conservatism, it's already there. It's already brewed. He's just tapping into that, and it's not, a lot of the mainstream narrative of what we see and hear all the time leans very left. And so once someone starts talking like this and going against that narrative, you just got a bunch of people like, I can't even hear you, Kanye. I can't even hear what you're saying, you fucking racist. So it changes and it ferments into something toxic to a lot of people. But I've always respected Kanye for that ability to not fucking care. Do you remember when he looked into the camera right next to Michael Myers and said, oh shit, George Bush doesn't care about black people? I remember that shit and I was like, oh fuck, that's amazing. Like, that's amazing. But a bunch of people thought that was horrible, right? How could you say that about our president? The Dixie Chicks got canceled before cancel culture was really a cancel culture because they talk shit about George W. Bush, who is a fucking war criminal. A fucking war criminal. Fuck him. Fuck him and all those neocons. But yeah, I don't know, man. Your internet went out. How did it go out? It's fair to be sick of both. And that's the worst part. Yeah. The fact that Democrats say they are the ones to stop racism. Yeah. Democrats are the party of slavery. The same people that say have the child is also the same people that want you to cut public assistance programs to maintain the child's well-being because I don't want to pay higher taxes. The irony of it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. These fucking hypocrites. More hypocrites. Not to say that I'm not a hypocrite. We're all hypocrites at one point in our life, but like this is some real hypocritical shit, right? It just brings you back to suggesting the book Compassionate Conversations: How to Speak and Listen from the Heart, because it does such a good job at setting the bounds of how to discuss certain things and manage the feelings you have in the discussion. Probably Vanessa. Yeah, probably random. Yeah, I still got to check that book out. Thank you so much for sending that over to me, too. I appreciate you sending that over. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But this is my own point. Like, I'm very liberal. I'm very left-leaning. So, like, of course I'm going to be like, abortion's for everybody. Which I truly believe that. I truly believe that if you want an abortion, just everybody, go get them. Hey. I don't want to say it in a harsh way like that, but it's true. Go flush that shit, son. You need a safe space, Naders. All right, buddy. We'll bring it down a bit. Kanye West to understand that this is a tax write-off for Kanye between the school and Sunday service. That's a great point. And is Sunday service, is his church, is he considered an untaxable entity now? I wonder if the Church of Yay fucking is an untaxable entity, because Everybody knows if you want to make the real moolah, you got to put on, you got to start talking about God. God gets all the cash, son. God gets all the money. God has all the gold, baby. God is rich, bitch. God is rich. And that's where that good money's at right there, baby. Untaxable. Let's go.
Perform for an audience of one, and that's God.
I'm sorry. And then so I perform for an audience of one, and that's God. I've heard that before, by the way. I've heard that from Christians before. Naders, I'm sorry I didn't serve tea here. I got hot coffee and hot takes. And I got hot breath. All right, let's get into this. Nick's the name. XQC was just watching this. Oh, hey, what's up, Nick's the name? Welcome in. Man's hit 100,000 views today. Yeah, I bet. Hey, I play Redneck Morse code. If I need sugar, I shoot 3 rounds in the air. If I need weed, 4. I can imagine your neighbor rolling up on an ATV like, vroom. You okay, man? I heard 4 shots. I brought over some weed. I just want to make sure you're okay, brother. Okay, then. Here you go, sir. That's how I picture that happening, Naders. Just some fucking redneck rolling up on an ATV with a backpack full of weed. I heard the 4 shots. I had to get here as soon as I could. Yeah, 100,000 hits, baby. Let's go. Man's hit 100,000. That's how we do it. Nick's the name. All right, let's get into this.
I'm starting to see why they want to make you be quiet. When did you start to feel this way? When did you start to realize this?
You know, bring sand to the beach.
I really felt like, I think I started to really feel this need to express myself on another level when Trump was running for office and I liked him. Yes. And every single person in Hollywood, from my ex-wife to my mother-in-law to my manager at that time to, you know, my so-called friends / handlers around me told me, like, if I said that I like Trump, that my career would be over, that my life would be over.
See, and this is what we were talking about earlier, how he probably surrounds himself with people who, because he was surrounding himself with people who were saying, hey, man, you probably shouldn't go do this. Hanging out with Trump is probably not going to be great. He was like, fuck you, I'm doing whatever. I feel like that there needs to be people out there who disagree with Kanye to be around him. Because right now he just has probably a bunch of people who are just like telling his crazy ass, like, yeah, that's a great idea, Kanye. Oh, yeah, Kanye. Yeah, Kanye. Yeah, you should definitely start talking about the Jews. Oh, yeah, Kanye. Just keep it going, baby. Oh, white lives matter. Yeah, Kanye. White lives do matter, bro. Yeah, you're right. Kanye. Yeah. You know, I didn't think about it that way, Kanye. You know, I wasn't thinking about it like that. But now that you said it, I get it. Kanye needs some no men. Or no people. My bad. No folks.
They said stuff like people get killed for wearing a hat like that. They threatened my life. They put my life. They basically said that I would be killed for wearing the hat. I had someone call me last night and said anybody wearing a White Lives Matter shirt is going to be green lit, and that means that they're going to beat them up if they wear it. And I'm like, you know, okay, green light me then. You know, God builds warriors in a different way. I don't know if it's because of me.
And he's talking about green lighting, which means basically come get him, fuck him up, fight him, beat him up, come get him. I'm going to green light this dude. This is what I've come to understand. Please, someone correct me if I'm wrong.
Being born in Atlanta and growing up on the south side of Chicago, that, you know, he made me for such a time like this. It's like with David. You know, he tended to the sheep, but while he was out there, he had to fight all kinds of animals. So when it was time for Goliath to come, he thought because he was a sheep herder that he didn't have the skill set to take down Goliath. And the thing that I have is the position, I have my heart, but the number one thing is we have God on our side. And for the people, even if you don't believe in God, God believes in you.
So you made reference to the White Lives Matter t-shirt, which you brought out at Paris Fashion Week. Yeah. Why did you do that, and what did it mean?
You know, I do certain things from a feeling. I just channel the energy. It just feels right.
I shoot from the hip. It feels right. Get back. I'm sorry. I just like, he's like, there's this thing that me and my therapist talk about where it's like every thought that comes to your brain doesn't need to come out of your mouth. There's this that I'm, you know, it's constant. It's constant. I'm constantly having to suppress thoughts, ideas that I want to say out loud, but I don't. And the problem is that I've been that way where I just sort of off the cuff, I'm just going to talk. I'm talking now. It gets me in trouble. It gets me in big trouble. So I think fucking Kanye just needs a fucking filter. That's what I'm saying.
It's using a gut instinct, a connection with God, and just brilliance. You know, like it's if you ask like Tanya Harding how
just brilliance. He's always, and like the thing is, he's always talked about himself like this, and it's only gotten like worse over the years as he's getting older, as his like mental illness fucking keeps getting worse. Shit, man.
how she did the triple flip or the triple spin. She was in so much practice that when it was time for her to skate in a competitive format, it just happened. Like it happened outside of practice. It happened in a real format, and that's what's happening. Is God is like preparing us for the real battles, and we are in a battle with the media. Like the majority of the media.
So he's saying that he is practicing whatever he's practicing. So for God, like I don't know what he's talking about. Don't bring up Tanya. She will cut the hoe. For real. Tanya's going to come show up at his fucking house.
How she did the triple flip or the triple spin. She was in so much practice that when it was time for her to skate in a competitive format, it just happened. Like it happened outside of practice. It happened in the real format. And that's what's happening. Is God is like preparing us for the real battles. And we are in a battle with the.
So the real battles, and I see, and then we are in a battle with the media, and so he is on a mission from God to fight the media. Is that what he's saying?
Media, like the majority of the media has a godless agenda, and the jokes in that work and this whole like, oh yeah, he's crazy and all these things, they don't work because the media has. You know, they've also watched travesties happen, just even specifically.
Wait, do we want the media to have a God agenda? I mean, do we want God in the agenda for the media too? So sad. I just got home and have to go. This has been great. Robbie, thank you so much for being here, my friend. It's so good to see you. Thank you for being here. Keep spreading the gospel. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Much love, Robbie. Everybody, make sure you're giving Robbie a follow. I think it's RB. I don't remember. Yeah, he streams here on Twitch. He has a website. He does have a website, but he also has a sports podcast, and they stream it here on Twitch. And you can also listen to audio. And he's always doing some fun stuff. He's a videographer. He has a cool YouTube going on. So make sure you give Robbie a follow and some love. And of course, he's just a fantastic mod as well.
To me, and just watch it and act like it wasn't happening, and they stay quiet about it.
What have they?
I want to answer the white. Yeah. I feel like someone caught what I was saying, the comparison to Tanya Harding about the White Lives Matter. You know, my dad is an educated ex-Black Panther, and he put a text to me today. He said, "White Lives Matter, ha 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 ha," and I said, I thought the shirt was a funny shirt. I thought the idea of me wearing it was funny. And I said, Dad, what do you think was funny? He said, just a black man stating the obvious. Yeah. And, you know, my dad doesn't listen to rap music, and he's like super educated. We opened up a water distribution center in the Dominican Republic together. He's like the original Steve Jobs, but he was getting blocked every which way with all of his ideas, and he didn't have an endless bank account, and he didn't have an Instagram. So all these ideas, he had to like take them back and compress them. Like my dad is the most brilliant person that I know, and we actually have a strained relationship because I was taken from him.
I just tried to explain why I have a AB extra transmission in the garage. Twitch don't like the words that I. Oh yeah, yeah. You can't say that. You can no longer call your transmission that name anymore. That's just how it is now, Naders. Or at least you can't say it in public, I guess. I don't know. We'll all just say it in our houses by ourselves in private, where the real talking goes down. Kanye West is just a stream of consciousness, man. Like, he's just like, he fully understands what he's saying, but I don't know if everyone else is following. Fuck you, twat. Listen, twats, you can't tell me what to do, goddamn.
Because my mom was an actress, so she was a liberal.
Oh, so this is wild too. So he's about to start talking about Donda, which is his mother, which was like the love of his life, you know, not in a weird incestual way, but you know, he really loved his mom, and to hear him talk about his mom in this context is very strange because he's always only had really good things to say about Donda, and so like this is he's really drinking the fucking the conservative Kool-Aid.
And my dad would see certain things and say, you know, we should do it this way, we should do it that way, and the people got around my mom and pulled her away, much like, you know, Kim is a Christian, but she has people who want her to go to Interview Magazine and put her ass out while she's a 40-something-year-old multi-billionaire with 4 black children. And this is how fashion wants to, how they want to present her. So I know you get these,
which is, you know, I could see a point to that, you know, like they don't want people, they want to still, even though these people are billionaires, they still want to keep them in a class of their own, right? So they're going to call Kanye crazy. They're going to call Kim a fucking whore for showing her butt. They're able to paint people and keep people in their place, even though they've been able to sort of attain this this virtually unattainable amount of wealth and power. They still got to make sure that, you know your place. And so if you want to play the game, your tits and your ass have to be hanging out. If you want to play the game, you have to accept that we're going to just call you a fucking crazy person, which I think Kanye West is probably pretty crazy, but, you know, still, he has his moments. Emphasis on the twat. Twatching on my own.
questions and I give you like these 3-part answers. Is this a cool format for you?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, cool.
That's all you're going to
All right.
That's all you're going to
so
get,
you
Tucker.
said that your father said when he saw the shirt White Lives Matter, it's great to see a black man stating the obvious. So by which I think you meant that's obviously true.
Yeah, that's my favorite response, because I kept on thinking, like, people, they're looking for an explanation, and people say, well, as an artist, you don't have to give an explanation, but as a leader, you do.
Yes, I think that's right.
So the answer to why I wrote White Lives Matter on a shirt is because they do. It's the obvious thing.
Yeah. Why do you...
Duh! This explanation is shit. But, I mean, it's not shit because white lives do matter, obviously, but you know what you're doing, Kanye. You know what you're doing. The person that made the phone doesn't seem pretty crazy that he wants to talk to somebody that's not even there or look at us now. I'd rather be insane than out of it. Yeah, and that's the thing, is it takes some sort of... It takes a certain kind of psychopathy to push forward in ideas and making things, to making thoughts into realities, right? And like Samo said, like the person who thought of the cell phone is like, wow, you're crazy. That'll never work. Like, do you need a cord? How are you going to talk to him with no cord? You got to have a cord. There has to be a cord. And it's like, well... Yeah, I mean, there's a certain kind of psychopathy. There's a certain amount of naivete to rush into into something like that. Inventions. I mean, imagine Einstein with an OnlyFans. Einstein selling fucking. He's on OnlyFans just working equations in a thong. He's just on a big whiteboard working like massive equations, but in a thong. Yeah, I'd pay for that. Yellow Lives Matter too. I agree. Moving Dutchman, I agree. You're right. Like you guys, forget that punchline that makes 1,000% sense. Virgil Abloh are made a brand called Off-White, and Kanye is making a brand that says pro-white. The jokes makes it so. They do. Afro hair lives matter too. I'm with it. It is obvious and speaks for itself. Yes, I'd buy it. Learn something in the process. Yeah, well, yeah, there's a lot of people who want this shirt. I got a lot of responses on these. These videos have been doing really good on TikTok, and boy, there's a lot of people who are mad. And people are mad at me for just reporting it. And I do give an opinion, but that's okay. But somebody was mad at me because they were like, why are you covering Diddy and Maze and Kanye? You're just trying to ride our wave. It's like, what fucking wave? What? It's popular music. What do you want? I'm sorry that I'm covering popular artists. Dang, I missed the Mace one. I want to know what makes us mad about. No, well, you can find out on my TikTok. It was just Diddy and Mace talking shit. You missed that? You missed Diddy? I mean, Mace has been talking shit about Diddy for a while, but they're just talking about how Diddy does his artist wrong, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, let's get through this here, because I'm sick of looking at this guy's face, honestly.
Do you think that's so, and I assume the implication is, of course, all lives matter because they're lives, because God created them. Yeah. Why do you think that would be considered controversial?
Because the same people that have stripped us of our identity and labeled us as a color have told us what it means to be black and the vernacular that we're supposed to have. My dad...
And I think that's a huge statement right there. And I think that has a lot to do with his motivations, right? Because these precedences that we all have to sort of follow are being set by a very elite, liberal, high-class society that thinks that this is the way it should be, right? And for instance, Latinx. As a Latino man, I can say that Latinx is a big pile of shit. Like, nobody I know, none of my family appreciates that shit. I have fucking hardcore Mexicans straight from the motherland who are like, get that fucking shit out of my ears. Like, I don't even want to hear you say it, okay? Nobody likes that shit except for some fucking rich white people who think that they're fucking doing the world a justice, setting these precedences, telling black and brown people how they have to feel and think. And that's where I'm like, yes, Kanye, because I love his independent thought. He doesn't always go with what people are saying or doing. And, I think there's a lot of... I think there's a lot to that statement. I just think there's a lot to that shit. Me in the middle of controversy. Fucking same old, guys, let's go. Where's the salt? I gotta throw it. And I'm still trying to figure out your middle name. No one can figure out my middle name. Let's talk about getting mad. It takes a lot. Everything's a walk-in punchline for me, so I'm not mad. I'm just arrogant with the information that is handed to me. Yeah, well, knowledge is power. Might as well throw it around. But yeah, I really do think that's really the crux of the cracker here is like he sees this pattern and these precedents that white people are sort of making these rules for and they're the ones who made these rules, who called black people black, and they're the ones who created this environment, and now they're just sort of creating a new environment. So, keep people behaving. Why do my balls itch? Because you don't bathe, Naders. Everyone knows rednecks don't bathe. Try it just once. See what happens. Anyways, I can see that point. Especially when you think of something. Especially when you think of something as stupid as Latinx. When you think of how stupid that is and where it comes from, a pond don't count. Oh, my bad, it does. I just got out of the shower, just jumped in the pond real quick. I'm good for at least 2 months, maybe a lake. Okay, does the lake, not Ricky. Is your lakes or ponds, do they have the sandy bottom, or is it the mucky bottoms? I hate those mucky bottoms. I don't like walking in those lakes.
Grew up as a military brat, and his family moved around, but they were based mostly in Delaware. And at the time, if they weren't the only black family, they were one of the few. And he would be discriminated against because he was black. So by the time he got into college, he would be discriminated against. He went to a black college, he would be discriminated against because they said he talked too white.
Yes.
Oh.
And then he played the kick drum in the band. So when he would go to the club,
and that's another
and the
thing
music was playing,
that we were talking about earlier, where Saleha, who is Saleha Marley, Lauryn Hill's daughter, who took a lot of backlash, it's interesting how people will turn on their own so quickly. It's strange, but I think it's just, we're human, and that's what people do. I think it's beyond skin color. I think it's just humanity. We are very complicated but simple creatures. Kanye West was the original Karate Kid with Jalen Smith. Why not? We're going for it. I got hoes, but my lady thinks it's plural.
his hands, where the kick drum is.
Yeah.
So it's the opposite of where everyone else was clapping their hands. And this is the most elegant and tasteful person that I know. And when my mom, when the school suggested like the herding systems, because what they do is take the black community and they separate us, and they separate the families, and the educated, they push this, need for higher education, and us as blacks, we discriminate against each other and say, well, I got my PhD and you don't have your PhD, so I'm better than you. And so my mom, she had a PhD, and she was influenced to move to the south side of Chicago and take this job at Chicago State University. And she told my dad, if you come for us, you'll never see him again. Because, the media ridiculed me for getting the house next door to Kim to see my children. And they even said that I was stalking her and her new boyfriend because I bought the house next door to see my children. And that's how I knew that my mom had said that to him. I said, Dad, they moved us to one of the most agreed upon to be one of the most dangerous places in the world. It's almost like they tried to kill me or something. I said, Dad, why'd you never come to get us? And that's when he told me that she was told that. There's so many things that are put in Kim's head. They bring influencers like.
See, the way, stream of consciousness is just so everywhere. But if you listen to him and you hear him talk, it does make sense. It's just that he jumps around so much. He has to be ADHD too. I bet. Don't overcomplicate things. Men want to fuck, women want to be fucked. Call your mom used to be a professor in China karate. Oh, you guys are hugging each other. That's so nice. Look at the little wheel.
No one ever knows where Corey Gamble came from. No one in the fashion world knows where Gabby came from. These people were practically made in a laboratory, in my opinion. And one of the things that they're really good at doing is being nice and being likable. And what they do is, for people that have some form of influence, whether it's an educated black woman like my mother that became the head of the English department at Chicago State University, or whether it's the most influential white woman on the planet, being my ex-wife, they have people that are around them at all times telling them what to be afraid of. It's like not what to do or say specifically, it's what to be afraid of. And if you have a person that isn't afraid of them, you know, like a Russell Brand or Candace Owens,
Right.
it's not that we have to agree with this, but
they're not afraid.
They're not afraid to state what their opinion is.
And there it is too. That's another reason why I like Kanye. It's because this motherfucker, good or bad, he's gonna tell you what he's thinking. And I'd rather have somebody tell me what they're thinking than have somebody fucking like with ulterior motives, plotting and scheming. And yeah, I don't agree with everything that Kanye does, but I mean, at least he's being honest. At least he's telling us how he feels. And he's not like these fucking hypocrites who say one thing and tweet one thing and then they're privately doing another. It's fucking, fuck those hypocrites. At least Kanye fucking keeps it real, even if it's real crazy. At least he keeps that shit real.
Yes.
No one is God, and everyone has an opinion.
So a conversation like this is a window into a world that you don't see. So if you're familiar.
So that's just a few segments of it. The whole interview, I found the whole interview is about an hour long. He says a lot of shit in there, but yeah, that's about that's about the sum of the whole situation there. So obviously he's
West.
no one's happy about what Kanye is doing. He goes on Tucker Carlson to explain himself, which you might as well go to the devil to fucking explain yourself to the media, to the mainstream media. So here he is, whatever that is, like his stream of consciousness, just trying to speak his mind. I think he did answer the questions, even though it was a lot of all of this like big roundabout way of answering questions, talking about his father and all this shit, but like it really is him just fucking just trying to be an honest artist. And to be an honest artist, sometimes you got to piss people off. And that's just how I go. If I glossed over more shit, I'd polish it. Yeah. So, let's go over here. Oh, we didn't finish it. Oh my God, I'm sorry, guys.
Did you want it to explain?
So we kind of understand where he's coming from there, but let's go over here. So now we're going to start talking about the backlash of people started to come out at him. And Puff Daddy or P. Diddy or Diddy, he was one of them who came out at him on the Breakfast Club. He was saying stuff. Let's see if we can find Diddy. WLM Breakfast Club. Yeah, Diddy said that Mace owed him $3 million. Here we go. So here's. Oh, Jesus.
I was going to put out these T-shirts today, Kanye and nothing. And then Kanye, my boy. Kanye, my boy.
Now, this is where he need the OG talk.
Kanye, my boy.
White Lives Matter.
Kanye, my boy, is a super, super, super free thinker. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times what he means is like misconstrued. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes just, you got to stop making excuses for him, Paul. Yeah, no, I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying that if he did it, like, that's the way he thinks.
Oh, my.
And so, and I understand white lives do matter, but it's not that. That was our slogan. That wasn't our slogan to go share with nobody else. And so that's the only message. We don't have to condemn Kanye or cancel him. We doesn't have to go crazy. But at the same time, saying you gotta be, you gotta understand like your actions. You know what I'm saying? And so the action of that, I couldn't put out the Kanye and Nothing T-shirt. I couldn't do it on today, and I wanted to put out my first T-shirt to tribute Kanye, and I'm still do it. I just need a couple of days to get over this T-shirt.
I like that there's a ball of Ciroc behind him too. I just need a couple of days to get over this T-shirt. It affects people differently. And again, I'm not going to sit here and pretend to know how this affects, black people as a whole or individually. But obviously, I am not black, so I don't know that pain. So, people are feeling different ways about this thing. And, people got to let it out. People got to feel. So that kind of escalated into something else. And Diddy kind of went back on what he was saying initially in that interview, and we'll go on there. I heard, oh my, I wish I could stay, but I need a beer to keep this up. See you on the other side. We're going mobile. Naders, thank you so much, buddy. Drink up, be safe, do well with your life if you want. If not, whatever. Walk around barefoot and, itch your balls in public. That's what I do. All right. Okay, we're going to go back to TikTok because I did a video on this. All right, so now we're getting into the Diddy deal, and this is what's leading to Instagram deleting or restricting his posts, and then we're going to lead into Twitter restricting his posts.
Did Diddy do it? Diddy calls me.
Oh, yeah, that's not it. Sorry. Here we go.
Will Diddy do it? Diddy
I love that. I love did Diddy do it? Will Diddy do it? I love it so much. I say it all the time. I love it.
Currently in a Instagram text war where there are threats of people going and doing that to each other. Make sure to leave a comment and let's get into this. Text stem from this. Diddy says Kanye West White Lives Matter antics go beyond fashion and it's not a joke.
So this is after Diddy went on the Breakfast Club, and so Diddy's released statements and shit afterwards, and then he went on Instagram and actually was talking about the incident itself. So this is just sort of a breakdown of that really quick.
Diddy took to Instagram and said that I do have to address this White Lives Matter t-shirt. I've always been there and I will always support my brother Kanye as a free thinker. But the White Lives Matter t-shirt, I don't rock with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with it.
And yes, I said it in the whitest way I could possibly say it. On purpose. If you drink, don't drive, do the watermelon crawl. Exactly. Thank you. I'll whisper you my number. Let's shit it and get. Samo, you got some Woo stickers. You never sent your address to me. Send me your address in a whisper or on IG or something, and I'll send you out some stickers, or just let me know. There's just sitting here waiting for an address.
Diddy goes on to say that this product should be boycotted altogether.
So yeah, Diddy ended up saying like, don't buy it. He was calling on black and brown people, don't support this. This is not good. Don't buy it. Now you're fucking with Kanye's money. You're fucking with Kanye's money now, Diddy.
So this obviously got Kanye's attention, and Kanye and Diddy obviously had a phone call or a meeting of some sort, and it didn't go well. And this is Kanye responding to Diddy. I didn't like our combo. I'm selling these teas. Nobody gets between me and my money.
There you go. Nobody gets between me and my money, Diddy.
This is my grandfather talking to you now. Never call me with bullshit like that again unless you're ready to green light me.
And again, green light means if you're gonna like send someone to beat me up, or you're gonna come beat me up or something.
Because anybody who got on that tee is me. Out of respect for everything you've meant to me, I'll be quiet as Virgil. He ends it by saying, come on, do something illegal to me now, please. Like maybe that phone call ended with Diddy threatening some sort of, this kind of behavior. On Kanye's...
I believe it stipulates that the Caucasian male or female will buy it. The anti-promotion is stupid. Oh yeah, they'll buy it. They're gonna buy it.
Next IG post, he shows Diddy's response as soon as I land, we'll meet face to face. Send me your address. In which Kanye responds, that word, F you. And this is the best part, you fed.
He calls fucking Diddy fed. I think that's so funny. I'm already dead. If I see a green light, I'm already dead. No. For Kanye, green light means... let's see. What's the dictionary? The slang dictionary. Urban Dictionary. A term used by gang members when some gang has a hit on you. Boom, Raina. Boom. 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 You don't know. You don't know everything, Raina. There you go.
Out in the street, they call it murder.
In your face, Raina. In your face. Anyways, let's now that we got past that, let's get back into this. So he's calling Diddy a fed, which is so funny. Which he's basically calling him the man, right? Like someone's put you up to this, right? This shit's funny.
And then, of course, the caption says Jesus is king, and Diddy's comment says see you soon. In the next post, Diddy
how are you supposed to take that? That sounds violent. Puff Daddy would know because he put the green light on. Oh, Samo, how dare you? And he put the green light on them dicks that he was sucking.
Response, N-word, send me an address. Let's stop playing these internet games and don't feel threatened. You'll be fine. Just love. Kanye responds by saying, this ain't a game.
Okay, so right before this is what got him restricted from Instagram. This right here.
I'm going to use you as an example to show to the Jewish people that told you to call me that no one can threaten or influence me. Yikes. I told you this was war. Now gonna get you some business. And of course, you can read the caption. I won't say that. Seems like Diddy
it said
wants
Jesus is Jew, by the way.
To de-escalate the situation. In the next post, I'm just trying to talk to you as a black man, and I'm talking to you because this is hurting our people. Stop. Ye responds by saying, anything you text, I will post. I love you, and you guys are breaking my heart. I accept your apology in advance.
That's so good. That's so good. I accept your apology in advance.
Will Diddy do it?
So then Kanye's restricted on the whole Instagram situation, and so he goes over to oh yes, and Yasin Bey or Most Def released some stuff too, but here we go. This is some more stuff. So
should Kanye be kicked off of Instagram?
Should he be?
Kanye West's Instagram account restricted for policy violations stemming from the White Lives Matter debacle. Make sure you're leaving a comment and let's get into this. Kanye West's Instagram account, obviously the Jewish people did not take to those statements very kindly. The American Jewish Community Advocacy Group posted a video on Instagram on Friday calling West out for making incoherent rants laden with racist and anti-Semitic undertone. He took to Twitter where he says, look at this, Mark. How you gonna kick me off Instagram? You used to be my dude. And then, of course, there's this picture. And there's the Zuck over here and Ye singing what it looks like to be karaoke at some party. I don't know. And no surprise here. Who do you
look, you already got a Twitter violation too.
think created cancel culture, he tweets.
just for Twitter to say this tweet violated the Twitter rules. Kanye's return to Twitter has gotten Elon all happy and excited. Elon tweets, "Welcome back to Twitter, my friend." And look at that cute little picture of them next to each other. Oh, isn't that sweet?
So
Billionaires unite. I gotta say that those anti-Semitic undertones really stuck out to me when we were covering the story between.
They did. So like I even say yikes, right? Like I'm yikes. He's going after the chosen folks. Oh no. And then we'll go over to Yasi. So then he gets kicked off of Twitter for this.
Kanye West against the Jewish folks.
Here we go.
Kanye West Twitter and Instagram locked over offensive and anti-Semitic posts. Late Saturday night, Kanye West Twitter was locked over anti-Semitic post. And here's the post in its entirety.
Look at this shit.
I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going to DEF CON 3.
What the fuck does that mean? What does DEF CON 3 mean for the Jewish people? Why is he saying that? I know what DEF CON 3 is. You know, it's the rating system that our government has for threats of nuclear war. But what does that mean, Kanye? Fuck, dude. It's so hard to defend you, which I'm not defending him at all. These are some bullshit statements. Like, this is fucked up. He shouldn't have said that shit. But Puff Daddy knows exactly what he's talking about when he's talking about Jewish people. It wasn't anti-Semitic. It was actual truth. Same-o. How dare you? Okay. Can you expound on that a bit, Samo? Just because I want to understand too, because he does say things like, well, let's hear the rest of this.
On Jewish people. The funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew. Also, you guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda.
Now, I kind of get what you're saying, Samo, because I know there's this sort of idea that maybe I'm getting you wrong, and I'm not saying this in any kind of way to be offensive, but there is this idea that people in the entertainment industry say that the Jewish folks runs the entertainment industry, right? And they kind of have like a cabal, right? And you can't say nothing bad about the chosen people, which I don't have anything against the chosen folks. I don't know why people are so angry at them. It's so stupid to me. But you know, there's a lot of people who feel this way. But the relationship between certain businesses that the Jewish community owns a stake in and hip hop. Yes. So yeah, there are of course a lot of Jewish folks who are in the music industry, and I get what he's saying. I don't get what he means by the whole I can't be anti-Semitic because blacks are Jew. Like, what does that mean? Like, the funny thing is that I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew. What does that mean? I know there's like black Jewish people, but I don't understand what the fuck that means. And like, I feel like he's not trying to be anti-Semitic, maybe. But I do feel like he is harboring some hate there. There does feel like there's some hate in them words, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird. Like, why would you say DEF CON 3 on Jewish people? Like, that's just, to me, that's just trolling. Like, it just seems like another troll. And then so obviously Twitter, even after Elon Musk welcomes Kanye back, he still gets his internet shit shut down. So
your agenda. Last week, IG locked Kanye out of his account because of this text that between him and Diddy that he posted on IG. Go ahead and pause the read. But it's this latest tweet that's got everyone up in arms for real. He even got AOC up in the business. There is absolutely no room in this country or world for anti-Semitism. It is important to see how harmful plus dangerous Kanye's words are, not only to our Jewish brothers and sisters and siblings, but also to our collective society at large. We must reject this trash whenever we see it. Personally, I do think that these words do go a little over the line.
So now he's kicked off of Twitter. And now what is he going to do? Is he going to go to Facebook and start talking shit over there? Some of these comments are funny. The crazy things is they already cloned him before. He keeps going back to this mode with the facts. I don't know what that means. He couldn't get traction for the stupid shirt, so he took it up a notch. Even bad publicity is good publicity as far as he's concerned. And this is true. This is what he's saying. This is what I'm saying. Even he will come out of this richer. He's right. Though they're converts, not bloodline Hebrews. Where did you read that? Mein Kampf? Fucking dude, the fucking TikTok community is fucking ruthless, son. Dude, the TikTok community we got brewing on the WSEG TikTok is crazy, dude. Fucking wild. I got jokes at everyone. Want a Jewish joke? I'm gonna say no because I don't want to be canceled by the chosen people. But if you write it in there, I will decide whether or not I will read it out loud. There's a rumor around the religious that the chosen people are actually African. I'm not 100% sure on that, but there is a lot of details that do make sense. Yeah, and I'm not trying to be rude or disparage the Jewish folks, but I just feel like it's funny to call them the chosen people. It's kind of funny. I'll cancel you. You can't cancel me because I can cancel you. Oh, shit. What happened? Damn it. There it is. Canceled. Misspelled. All right. Fucking savages, son. They admit it. Ask one. They'll tell you they're converts. That's why they call themselves the Ashkenazi 13th tribe. There are only 12 tribes. Why do you think they speak Hebrew with Yiddish accent? TikToker. AOC only shows up when there's a celebrity involved. That was like, she is a total clout chaser. As long as a longtime Kanye fan, and I mean over 10 plus years through everything, ye lost me after this tweet. We gotta love the Jewish people. They've been through enough. And that's true. That's true. I love him too, but I can't get behind this one. Look at W Kanye. Actually never followed him before, but now do because he woken up and he knows what's really up. See, here's the other thing. He's gonna get a bunch of fucking like actual racist white people riled up. Like, woo! He's one of the good ones. He one of the good ones. Shit. I'd vote for Kanye. Shit. Did you hear how Cooper Tire was invented? Cooper wire was invented. Two Jews fighting over a penny. Oh, Jesus Christ. I read it out loud. Thank you, Naders. We appreciate that. Oh my God, what the heck just happened? But the terms of plight against the Jewish people during Hitler's terrible reign and the African slave trade plates don't equal up to the same value. If we talk about the terms of length that people lost their life, sorry, Jewish community, it seems like it fell short of slavery. Well, but here's the thing, the Hebrews have been enslaved as well and treated terribly over the years. So they have gone through slavery, actually, Samo. But I think if we're gonna go for like the actual oppression Olympics here, if we really want to go and like really go to that place where people were actually oppressed and murdered, I would say Native Americans. Boom, first people. Fuck the hardest. Fuck the hardest. I would say it would be the First Nation folks. I messed my text up on purpose. Thanks for reading. No worries. Okay. Yeah, baby. We're here. We're who's the most oppressed, bitches? I win. No, I don't. People think I'm white, which, I'm half white. Whatever. Fuck colors. Fuck race. God, it's fucking so annoying. But here we are talking about it again. Also, just for fun, now Most Def released something that I thought was interesting, and this got a lot of traction and made people either mad at me or because I'm not sure what he means by this, and maybe somebody in the chat might know about this who is familiar with philosophy and such. But Most Def came out with his own shirt in response to White Lives Matter, so let's check this out.
What does Yasin Bey mean by White Lies Matter? Yasin Bey wears White Lies Matter shirt amid Kanye West controversy.
Was it my tone? Did I sound like a fucking... what does he mean? Did I sound like a Darren? Is that what it was? Is that why people are mad? What does he mean by White Lives Matter? Is that why? Because it sounds like it. I sound kind of fucking an asshole there. I don't know. If I was just scrolling and I saw me, I would be like, oh, what is this fucking cracker's problem?
AKA Most
I wouldn't say that, by the way.
took to Instagram to share his new shirt design. As you can see, it says White Lies Matter, where he fades out the V in lives. Here's where things get interesting. On the front of the shirt, he has the German philosopher Hegel, with the caption that says Hegel 2022. And if anybody knows anything about philosophy, George Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel was a German philosopher from the 1800s who was influenced by Karl Marx, Nietzsche, and influenced by Immanuel Kant.
So I totally got that wrong. He influenced Marx and them because he was before them. All of history has always been taught and baked in schools of white lies. The winner of history controls the pen. Yeah, but why did he choose a German philosopher to put on front?
Speculation over what this all means has the internet in a flurry. So I did just a simple Google search on the name Hegel and racism, and look what popped up.
This is what I saw.
A bunch of articles written about how Hegel's racist.
So, this was such a shitty research job, but I wasn't sure on what the reason was. There's a couple of answers in here that actually was good because the Hegelian dialect apparently is what he might be referring to. So there's some philosophy cats in the comments that sort of hit me to some of the stuff. So I got to research a little bit, but I'm not sure. I thought it was I just wasn't sure what Most Def was where he was coming from in this whole thing. And again, this is a simple sloppy search. This is bad research. Even someone calls me out for it. They're like, "Yeah, just fucking take another hour to do research, bro." I was like, bitch, I ain't doing an hour research. I told you this is a quick search. I'm just seeing what the fuck I can find quickly. That was knowledge darts, baby. He making people go dig. Yeah, exactly. And I barely dug. This was like me, like writing my name in sand. That's what this is. That's how far I was digging.
Racism of Hegel and Kant, racism and rationality in Hegel's philosophy. And just clicking on one of these articles, you give a quick read. Yeah, look, it's like...
Anyway, so that was my idea. And it was obvious to me about White Lives Matter, and history is always laden with white lies. And yes, that's super true. And that stuck out to me very quickly. But the fact that they use a German philosopher as the cover or the front of the t-shirt. So yeah, we got Kanye going hard, baby. I mean, he is not stopping, and I'm really interested to see what he's going to do next with this whole situation, how he's going to come out of it. Now, Kanye I think in the Tucker Carlson, Kanye West Lizzo interview. Does he? Yeah, it was Tucker Carlson. That's right. So she's saying that Lizzo is killing black people, and in one of the saucy, yay, the finger pointing game. Yes, I'm very good at it. So in the Tucker Carlson, he actually says that he's talking about being overweight. And we've talked about this shit too. And let's just read through it. During his appearance on Tucker Carlson tonight, Thursday, rapper, artist, and fashion designer Kanye West randomly took a shot at Houston native, renowned twerk flautist Lizzo. In his interview with Carlson, the rapper discussed a number of topics, including his recent controversy. At one point in the interview, West pointed to abortion. About damn time, singers wait as examples of genocide of a black race, which, again, there is some sort of truth to that there are a lot of black people and black and brown people who take out their babies. But again, we've talked about this, so I'm not going to go back into it. But asked by Carlson why he was wearing a lanyard of the photo ultrasound. Okay, we know that. Later in the video, West said the media has an agenda to prevent his good friend Lizzo from losing weight. Lizzo works with my trainer, a good friend of mine, Harley Pasternak. West told Carlson, when Lizzo loses 10 pounds and announces it, the bots attack her for losing weight because the media wants to put out a perception that being overweight is the new goal when it's actually unhealthy. Okay, now this statement is very this is what happens. This is what's happened to Adele too. When Adele lost all that weight, they attacked her for it. And now it's like if you call someone fat, you're being fat phobic. And it's like when was it okay to be unhealthy? And like people want to say, oh, healthy is a what is it? It's a scale or it's a spectrum. Healthy is a spectrum. It's a bitch. No, okay. If you're overweight and you're stuffing McDonald's and shit into your mouth every fucking day, and you're not eating vegetables, you're not working out, you're not doing shit, that is very unhealthy. It is just, it's proven science, but we are not allowed to question science anymore. And that's why being woke is the new religion, right? Because there's deities, you can't question it. You can't say, hey, what about the scientific fact that if you eat fucking McDonald's every day for the rest of your life, you're going to die a fat, horrible death. Why are we not allowed to say that? That's what's interesting. And as a fat person, I don't condone this shit. I'm sorry. I don't condone this fat movement. It's just, I don't. It's unhealthy. It's not good. Lizzo is beautiful. Lizzo's a great artist. Whatever. But she's unhealthy. She is unhealthy. I don't care what anybody says. She is unhealthy. If she puts on her own shoes in the morning, when she bends over to tie it, her fat is shoving her internal organs up into themselves, making it very uncomfortable to tie a shoe. I know this because I do it every fucking morning. It's uncomfortable to bend over and tie my own shoes because I'm such a fat fuck. Okay? So I know she's uncomfortable. She runs upstairs and she's sweaty. It sucks. It's not fun. The last time I got paid to fuck, it wasn't from the government. See, the thing about it is good old-fashioned Luther Vandross looked better with his weight on Lizzo skinny. That ain't good for business. Body positivity don't sell the same. Yeah. Classic writes in stone. Classic. Writes it in stone. If you can't pick yourself up, then I don't plan on carrying me out of the hairy situation. If you can't pick yourself up, then I don't plan on you carrying me out of a hairy situation. That's true too. But sometimes you gotta pick your buddy up. I mean, man. Sometimes he just gets too wasted because he had a bad day. And you gotta be there. The 45-year-old fashion designer continues saying, let's get aside from the fact whether it's fashion or Vogue, which it's not, or if someone thinks it's attractive, to each his own. It's actually clinically unhealthy for people to promote that. It's demonic. He's calling it demonic to promote this kind of health. Asked why the media would want to promote unhealthiness, West responded, it's a genocide of the black race. They want to kill us in any way they can. And I fucking kind of see his point. Why else would you want Why else would you take the fattest, most popular artist and make that her the poster child that it's okay to be fat? Like this is fine. This is okay behavior to go ahead and stuff yourself. Even though diabetes is one of the number one killers in black and brown communities, let's just keep stuffing ourselves with fucking pie and ice cream. Fuck it. It's ugh. We need a pod. Yo, Naders and the Naders and Samo podcast. Let's go. I'm there for it. So I mean, but I don't think it's just on black people. Honestly, I think it's for everybody. I mean, Social Security is going to run out eventually, but like, if you kill off your population before they hit that age of Social Security, you don't have to pay them. You get the best work out of them, right? Because they need humans to work and keep this shit, you know, keep the toilets clean so their fancy asses can sit on a clean toilet. They need us to still work. So they want us for the best parts of our lives where we're our most virile and most vital and you know, have the most energy. And then they want us to eat ourselves into oblivion so we die off and we bring in the next breed of the next generation of fucking slaves. And this sounds like conspiracies, but I don't know how far off that really is. But hey, whatever. The old Samerator. I've been letting Lizzo skate for the longest. Eventually, I got to put her down like the family dog. Oh, yeah, just buying my time. Again, Lizzo is a beautiful woman. She's very talented. She's a fine flautist. If you think she's attractive, then great, whatever. That's your preference. Wonderful. But is she healthy? Fuck. No, she's not healthy. That is not a healthy person. That is not a healthy human being. I'm sorry. It's unhealthy. It's unhealthy to be that fat. That's just how it goes. I told you to stop by and practice on my own gun, on my gun range. You come on here and you shoot some guns with me. Yeah. West comments echo those made by Owens. Here's Candace stepping in, who also body shamed Lizzo in the process of addressing her and West's actions on Fashion Week. During the Daily Wire podcast, Owens said, "You know what we should have done? We should have put a White Lives Matter t-shirt on Lizzo. Maybe we could have gotten a lot of attention about obesity and how it's actually killing black Americans." Oh, Lord. And that's the problem. That's the problem right there, is Candace Owens says shit in a way that people are just like, I hate you. But there's truth to that. We are literally killing ourselves. Minorities are killing themselves with food by the millions. Heart disease, diabetes, cancer, bonbon. I didn't mean to list you in all those, in that bonbon. That was diabetes, cancer, bonbon. I didn't mean for you to be in that same sentence, Bonnie. Good to see you, Bonbon. Good to see you. I'm up there with No. You're up there with sunshine and apple juice. West comments swiftly sparked a ton of backlash online. Not Kanye saying Lizzo is unhealthy when his ex-wife built her body in a surgeon's office. One person tweeted. But does that mean she's unhealthy? It looks like Kim's a very healthy woman. She's had like 4 kids. She's doing just fine. Didn't she have a couple surrogates though? Didn't Kim have a couple surrogates? All right, I have to admit, how I get paid, I'm a ghost writer for That'd be tight. So you have to keep it to yourself. Sabo was just like, I gotta keep this shit to myself because I gotta keep my street cred up, son. In any case, let's check out her. So Kanye talks shit about Lizzo, and so Lizzo has to claps back, and this is her clap back, and I don't know if this is much of a clap back, but you know, hey, whatever. But people seem to like it. And she's in Canada, guys.
motherfucking name in their motherfucking mouth for no motherfucking reason.
Oh, there's a reason, lady.
I'm minding my fat, black, beautiful business.
See, look. Fat, black, beautiful business. Glorify. Whatever.
Can I stay here?
Yes. Stay there. Don't come back. Canada can have you, Lizzo. You're a great artist. But this fat shit, get out of my face with it. Glorify or just stating the fact. Listen, I'm not, look, okay. Again, she's not, I'm not saying she's ugly. I'm not saying she's untalented. She's beautiful. She's talented. But she's unhealthy. And that is an unhealthy amount of weight. I have an unhealthy amount of fat on my body right now. Like, I need to lose this weight. I'm middle-aged. And all that's going to happen is fucking diabetes or cancer. So all I'm saying is that shit is unhealthy. It's unhealthy. It's unhealthy. She's very talented. She is beautiful. She's hot in the face, y'all. She's hot in the face. But that is unhealthy. I am unhealthily overweight. And it is dangerous to tell people who are already at risk of heart disease and diabetes. I do feel like it is dangerous to sort of tell them that it's okay to be big and fat and unhealthy, because that's one of the biggest killers of black and brown people right now. So, you know, I want black and brown people to flourish and do great and live healthy, beautiful lives. And telling them to eat and be unhealthy, I don't know if that's really the best thing you could tell people as an artist, as someone who looks up to you. But hey, whatever. Yeah, but nobody would be talking about this if she wasn't a big girl. There are plenty of skinny people that are hella. Oh yeah, no doubt, Bon Bon. I'm not trying to say that, you know, if you have a little extra meat on your bones that you're some fucking unhealthy pig or anything. Skinny girls who are like skinny as a rail by choice, I should say, because there are some girls who are just skinny, just very petite, but by choice, by like I don't want no bony like skeleton like hurting my pelvis when I'm trying to have sex, you know, like you're hurting my pelvis, your bones are just digging in. God dang. That's personal preference, though. Personal preference. Not trying to talk shit. Yummy, Eugenia Cooney kind of gal. Who's that? Eugenia. Which, that sounds kind of lazy. Eugenia. Not going to lie. That sounds like a lazy name. No, I'll show you. Yumi. Yumi is a fucking, oh yeah. Oh my God. Holy fuck. See, that's horrible. I feel really bad for that lady. That is awful. Oh my God, you're about to go down a rabbit hole. I can't. I gotta pee so bad. But we will look into this.
Hey guys, it's Eugenia. So today I'm going to be doing a Halloween video. It's officially October, and I'm really excited about that because I love Halloween time and really love this time of year with all the decorations and costumes and just like spooky stuff everywhere, and all the Jack Skellington stuff, of course. So yeah, I've done a couple like Sailor Mars. It's and so cute on.
She looks like a fucking skeleton for real. Like I'm. Now, is this by choice or is this by Shriver? Is this by choice or is this just how she's built?
Hey guys, it's Eugenia. So today I'm gonna be going to a dog show. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of holding.
I feel bad for her. Where's the cushion for the pushing? Exactly. I gotta have some cushion for the pushing, man. I don't want to put her down if this is just how she's built. Like, you know, I'll, you know, if this is by choice though, this is a terrible choice. Terrible choice. This is not doing you any good. But I don't fucking know what I'm talking about. She has 2.12 million subscribers. I got 2.5 thousand subscribers. So whatever. She's on to something, I guess. I don't know. Who am I to judge? Yeah, she does this to it. Oh, god damn, that's horrible. Her energy level has to be so... She only has enough energy to put into her videos, and the rest of the day she's just sleeping. She's like, okay, I gotta go to bed now. I shot my hour video. It's time to sleep for another 23 hours until I have to make another video. I bet she has split ends and broken... Probably. It's very unhealthy, man. This is super unhealthy too. It's like from one extreme to the other. It's unhealthy. And I don't know why people are getting so mad about this. Why are people getting so mad about people being unhealthy and calling them out? Like, it's like we should all want each other to be healthy. We should want, because like if someone is overweight and straining the system and they're in the hospital taking up a hospital bed when it could have been used for COVID, then what the fuck? Zombies hate fast food. And she will not make it. Okay, so this is Lizzo's remarks, which, again, I'm not seeing how this is a clapback, but hey. Stay there.
Who can I marry for that dual citizenship? Oh, it looks like everybody's gay up in here.
So there she claps back by saying she doesn't want to be American anymore. I don't know. So apparently the media says that that's her clapping back. Yeah, but random strangers on the internet giving their opinion without nothing isn't going to help. These people all have people around them and money to get them whatever help they need. It's a personal choice. Yeah, and if that's their personal choice, that's fine. But promoting it and telling people that that is just that being unhealthy or eating unhealthily is just part of the white supremacy, and it's part of the patriarchy, and it's part of like how they're keeping us oppressed, and bringing it to that level, which it is to that level now, is detrimental. Now you're giving people who are overweight the excuse to not better themselves, to not eat healthy, it's just what's happening right now. I had somebody who was another streamer who was very, who's healthy. I don't know if she's healthy, but she's skinny, but she says she's unhealthy as a skinny person. Hey, Willow, what's going on? Good to see you, my friend. It's not healthy. I forgot what I was saying. Sorry. And it's a personal choice, but going out there and telling people and making it so that it's okay for people to be overweight, and giving people that encouragement to stay overweight, it's just not, I don't think it's good for people. That's all. Not that veganism equals health. No, I know vegan. Isn't she vegan and works out? Fuck, I don't know, bro. She eats Impossible Burgers. Is Lizzo vegan? Lizzo started her vegan journey in 2020 after more than a decade of vegetarianism. In fact, Lizzo spent a sizable chunk of 2020 sharing vegan recipes on her TikTok. Thank you, Willow. So there you go. Again, Lizzo, fantastic artist, beautiful woman, unhealthily overweight. Okay? And there's people who surround her who are telling her, hey, you can't lose 10 pounds because, what would your fans say? Like she's going to choose to be a big girl for a long time until a health issue comes up. And then as soon as she starts trying to lose weight for health, she's going to have a problem on her hands. So good luck. You can only be fat for so long before it starts destroying your body. Good luck, Lizzo. Do you, boo. Do you. Opinions are like assholes. We all have them and they all stink. I agree. Fuck me. Who cares? Meghan Trainor lost money after her chubbiness made her famous. Yeah. Yeah. Adele. I mean, Adele's still a megastar. People still love Adele. But Adele faced a lot of backlash after she lost weight, which is insane. That is insane. Wouldn't you want her to be as healthy as possible so she can be an artist for as long as possible? If you're a true fan of Adele, you want her to be the healthiest person she can possibly be so one day you can see her live when she's 95 fucking years old and healthy as a fucking stool. I don't know. I want to see that. I want her to live and have a beautiful life where she gets to entertain people and bring happiness and joy to millions around the world for as long as she possibly can because she is wonderful at what she does. And so I wish the same for Lizzo. Lizzo is the reason why a man can fake an orgasm. Oh, God damn it. I bet she got some good pussy under that. I bet there's some good puss underneath those rolls. I'm not going to lie. I bet she can fuck. I hope she's not one of those, like, I just lay there fucks. I bet she can fuck. I mean, she moves really well. I bet Lizzo could fuck. She'd probably make me come pretty quick, I'm sure. Megan, oh yeah, no, Adele just tripped and fell and lost weight and lost her husband, lost the settlement 50-50. Now she's back in Jamaica trying to get her crew back. John Goodman was way hotter as a fat guy than yeah, he does look all wrinkly and weird now, right? Like some people look like they just need to be bigger, I guess, but it does suck. Imagine her eating a hot dog. Oh yeah, baby. We all get paid in different ways. He also aged, so that makes a difference. It's true. He aged and he lost weight, and now he does look like a wrinkly old like sock or something, like a stretched out sock. She's too much of a woman for y'all. Who? Lizzo? Yeah. Like literally too much of a woman. But just my own personal preference is that I would prefer a woman less bigger than her. But if you like Lizzo the way she is, beautiful. And again, Lizzo is beautiful. She's definitely a beautiful woman. Like there's no doubt about it. She's beautiful. But I want to take it outside of the attractiveness and the surface and take it to the health of an individual, because I want her to be healthy and I want her to do what she does for as long as she can, because she makes a huge impact on people's lives and makes people happy. Man, extra teeth, please. I agree with that, but it still makes no difference that I can outrun her if she was to ever attack me. The facts are facts. Wait, didn't you marry Raina when you were still big, Mike? Yes, and I lost all that weight because we had a baby, and I married. Yes, I was big, but I had lost weight, and I fell in love with her and got big again. So when she met me, I was actually skinny, and then I got fat. Could you imagine if you fell in love with someone and they got fat as fuck on all of a sudden? You're just like, what just happened? In like an 8-month period too. And so when we were married, I was back up to about 307, and then after we had our baby, I realized that my health needed to come first, and I started really exercising and really getting my life together. And now I'm all fat again. I'm like 240, 250 or something. I'm just, I gotta get my life back together, guys. It's for my kid. Like my son plays soccer now, and like I can't keep up with him. And that's why I lost the weight, is because I couldn't keep up with my son. And so when I lost the weight, I could finally keep up with him. And now that he really could run around and he needs a dad who can be active with him, my fat ass is it's fucking gross. Out there I'm flopping around. I did marry her when I was a big fatty. I want to slap that ass and ride the wave with it. Listen, you know, Lizzo is beautiful to a lot of people. It's not really my thing, you know. I do need a little extra meat. I ain't gonna lie. There's a little too much extra meat. Personal preference. That's all. She is beautiful, and millions of men want to have sex with her. I'm sure of it. Anyways,